Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Lazarus Expedition. How are my favorite players doing today?
Me and Nick are doing great today, Koibu.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we are.
And how are my backup players doing today?
I'm doing good.
Wow, you just admit it like that?
They
Jesus.
just accept
I
it.
just accept it, man.
It's the truth.
All right, so now this is going to be a hard question, but we can handle it. Where did we leave off last week?
Well, we are on the road, right? Here we are. We're traveling in the desert with our guide and our traveling companion that we met in Abelar. Crossing the sands, heading to, and I'm going to let MrMouton say this one.
I don't know what the name is. I can't remember.
That's absurd. Like, obviously I know what it is, but Jamie?
I mean, yeah, the paladin must know. He's in charge.
Yeah, the paladin knows.
Yeah, we are making our way towards Sunstroke's pyramid. So we're heading up north towards the river. And we're being guided by a man named Heatstroke Pyramid. We're being guided by a man named Plax, and our destination is his hometown of Jan. Do you remember his hometown?
It's
A soul, some would be.
a Saboba.
Okay, definitely Neil knows though. Neil
You're
definitely
headed to
knows.
Bellwind. That is the next
There we go.
town along the river.
Close.
Beyond
I got
that
real close, actually.
is the Badlands, which you will have to travel along the river up through them until you reach this narrow,
listen,
twisting,
Neil,
winding
this
canyon
is
neck
my
where you will
bonus XP.
reach. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is my bonus XP. So we're
so
traveling
sorry.
along the desert towards Bellwind when we find a nice town to have a rest in for a night. Not a long rest, just a short rest. You know, we're just going to sleep in for a night, find some barns. Stemir does a little bit of work around a farm. And just as we're planning to leave, one of the guards mentions that they're looking for some kids that had gone missing, apparently followed some sort of preacher out into the desert. And against the better nature of Cassian, the party decided to follow. We headed out into the desert, into the ruins of an abandoned temple that had been taken up by this group of religious followers. Pretty quickly, we knew some shady shit was going on. If you want the details for that, I suppose you can watch the episode or the recap. But we murdered everybody and headed down to the lair of the head cult leader, who turned out to be some sort of deformed, tentacle-wielding cleric of Ponos, who we defeated and killed his minions, but not before the beast escaped. Our party wounded, Vasha barely clinging on to life. We headed back to the town, into the safety of the walls, and have taken a long rest for a week.
Excellent. During this week of long rest, we've gained XP, but we didn't level. And that bright green comet that is the goddess Martha herself coming to Earth will eventually disappear from the sky, indicating that the goddess is here. She's somewhere on this land. Maybe not Arcadia. Maybe she's over in Solemn. Maybe she's over in Rabara. Maybe, who knows where she is? She's anywhere, but she's out here somewhere.
Yeah, but we're the main characters of the world right now, so she's got to be here.
She's right here. Yeah, she's like next door. Yeah.
Are we like refreshed on everything? We did a long rest, right?
Yep. You should be full all your things right now.
All right.
Amazing.
And it's also while we're here in this small know-nothing village that we're going to see a little bit of this Age of Heroes come to light. Because while you're taking a week's rest in town here, your hireling, I guess you're her hirelings, Dara, the person that hired you to escort her to a village, a few villages down the way, will talk you up. She talks you up to the locals. She talks you up to the nearby passers. She mentions your fight with Flicker Redscale. She mentions your fight with, what was that guy's name? The tentacly arm guy?
Oh, something like Dog Plane or something like that.
Yeah, Drakthar Planebane. You got
Drakthar.
real close there, buddy.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
idiot, Nick.
Put up.
Yeah, she'll talk up that battle. She'll mention that, like, when he fled the cave, she saw him run past her. He's got this one long tentacly arm, this disformed face, and, a real monster-looking person. And she'll talk about how the cult of Ponus was smashed by these great heroes known as the Waystars. And she'll just, talk to everybody that comes nearby who's willing to hear the story of the great Waystar clan as you slowly begin to get known. And particularly for Roy, how does this strike you when you overhear Dara referring to the four of you as the Waystar clan?
It brings a great joy that I get to carry the honor of my family and carry my father's name like this, that he's now known in this strange land. That's given him some nicer thoughts to distract him from the horrors he's been seeing over these past couple of weeks. It's one nice thought to hold on to in a lot of bad thoughts, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Are you at all concerned that the name Waystar clan implies that these other three people are also Waystars? Or is it obvious that you're the Waystar and they're your followers?
I think it's obvious. We've also heard the name like Roy and the Waystars, which I guess implies that they're Waystars even more so. But it's it's a name that brings a lot of honor, and if these people want to carry it alongside with me, then so be it.
And Steermere, you're the other person I want to know. When you hear this, and this highfalutin noble family is what you're being attributed to, how does that rustle your jimmies?
I think it offends Steermere on a couple of levels. So the first one being that for this last particular battle, Steermere kind of feels like he held the line a little bit and kind of saved the day when all the chips were down. Our paladin was dying on the floor. Our main fighter was wrapped up in tentacles and being slaughtered in the dark. Roy was cowering in a corner. Only the mighty shield of Steermere held back the dark tide and saved the day. So, number one, that kind of offends him to be reduced to a secondary sort of player in this. And additionally, the point you just made there, which is he's kind of got his whole life not really enjoying the company of nobles, not really enjoying the protective blanket that one could get by sucking up to the rich people in life, being proud to kind of standing on his own 2 feet, having come from nothing. So he wouldn't like the association with the noble family. He doesn't like to be thought of as like somebody's man, so to speak.
So what do you do about this?
Then again, well, nobody here really knows who the fuck Roy is. So despite what he keeps telling himself, like nobody knows that that's what it is, if you know what I mean. So it's less concerned. But yeah, I don't think it's a name that Steermere particularly likes. And if he felt the impetus, he would like maybe try and change it, but I'm not sure that's something.
So you're happy to just sort of like leave it be and not get involved.
Yeah. It's the fancy of noblemen, getting above their station and just like caring about things like honor and, reputation. Doesn't necessarily float his boat.
Got it. All right. Well, we will spend a week here for a long rest, and when the week is over, I do believe last session we already shelled out the cash for this, and so we can just pick right up where we left off. Is that what we want to do? Was there something else going on?
I mean, I don't think there's much interesting happening in this town, right?
No.
The lady was spreading her good cheers of what we did, right?
Yeah. Just talking you up.
Did she say like that she saw him?
She did, because he escaped through the back exit of the place, but that still like ends up going out through the front door. So she, Dara, and Plax, your Freeman, they both saw him like flee out the front entrance. But what are they going to do about it? They're just like standing nearby, holding the horse in the cart, as this like man with a tentacly arm like runs past them into the desert.
Okay.
I wonder, is the news about what happened to the children now public knowledge after Cassian's stunt with the innkeeper at the end of last episode?
By the looks you get, from people. You assume so, but it's not being talked about publicly and openly. Yeah. But you can see like the cringing looks on people's face, the deep sadness resting in the eyes of mothers and fathers.
Yeah, it makes Sturmia feel quite uncomfortable, honestly. I think probably we meet up for, drinks in the tavern on the last night of the long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're all sat around, and I say, Vasha, that wound in your shoulder's looking a lot better. You getting ready to get back on the road?
Yeah. I feel a lot better after that encounter with those fiends. I don't feel so great about killing. Well, I guess they weren't really children anymore, but even that doesn't feel right with me somehow.
I know what you mean, but best not to think about it, I think. There's plenty of miles ahead of us yet.
Yeah. And Vasher will go back to being quiet.
What about you, Roy, Cassian? You guys feeling up for the road?
I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's so every single time we go out there, one of us almost dies, and we see some new traumatizing thing pop up that scars me for life one more time. I have like 4 scars for life that I took with me just since we landed here. Is there...
Each scar is one of your heroic stories that you get to tell, though.
It gets easier, Roy.
I guess this last one was easier than the first one. That's true. Maybe that means that the next one's going to be even easier.
Shouldn't we go and find this this fellow that, he'll speak quieter, slaughtered the kids?
That would be the heroic thing to do.
That's what we should
find him.
It would be the right thing to do to find him. He's the immediate evil.
No,
but here's the thing, how would we find him?
I'm not saying, that we shouldn't do this and be the heroes and save more children from being slaughtered. But, there's also the scroll and the slaves and, just our... Maybe once we get done with that, maybe it's also at some point in time we go home again. So,
once we get the scroll, we'll go home.
Yeah. So if we spend our time trying to find some tentacle guy and then get killed, that's not really going to help anyone back home, is it?
Roy's got a good point, Cassian.
Can we just idly sit by as evil is done right under our nose? Is that the choice that we're making?
I suspect that Drakthar will be licking his wounds for some time yet.
But we know what he can do. We know what he will do to children.
And who else is there to stop him? That's the real question. Who else is going to stop him?
Some other heroes in another town. I mean, listen, if you've got a plan, I'll hear it out, but I don't know how we're going to find him. It's been a week. We don't know this land. He could be anywhere.
There's also child slaves, It's not like we're...
Well, technically the slaves weren't children at the time.
I'm just saying.
This feels like a bit of a loophole.
I think I would agree. Well, what's the plan then, Cassian? You gonna hit the ground so it tells you which way you went?
Maybe you could ask one of your silly gods. Maybe they'd reveal it to you. Cassian will get up and he'll walk out.
At the very least, I think it makes more sense to decide that we don't have a way to find him rather than to say that we won't try. I would sleep a bit easier if we made that decision rather than just saying it's not a part of our mission. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, listen, what we could do is speak to whoever's in charge in this town. They said there was no captain of the guard, but maybe there's some other fucking map at least.
There's always someone in charge somewhere.
I doubt this guy can go and hide away in Abelard or any other settlement. Maybe there's more abandoned temples around this place. Maybe there's an obvious place that he'd go.
Well, we also don't know what he's capable of. How fast can he travel in a week? I mean, he's not bound by horse and passengers and guests and all this sort of stuff. But maybe he can travel by some kind of magical means. I mean, he could be dozens, if not hundreds of miles from here.
That's a good point. We could be wasting our time.
We're really gonna chase this guy?
Well, we're going to ask the question of if we can chase the guy first, and then we'll decide.
You know, hear me out. Is it enough? We speak to the guards here. We tell them exactly what happened. We tell them to send message to the other settlements around the area, looking out for anything like this. And that way, if they start trying to recruit people in towns again, they can put a stop to it immediately. That might be more effective than us following around in the desert for weeks on end.
I mean, it's the least that we can do for the local towns, but, you know, how far will that message reach? And will anyone believe it?
I think they'll believe it. Cassian's still got the heads of those things somewhere.
Yeah. We should probably leave some of those around. Or keep them with us to show them.
You're the paladin here, Vasha. And I think that despite the names that were being referred to around this town, you're our leader. So if anyone's best place to get this done, it's you.
Yep. I think I've made my feelings on this matter known. If we can come up with a plan to chase down Drakthar, but what was his name?
Drakthar Plainbane.
If we can come up with a way to chase him down, then I feel like we're obligated to do so. But if we can't, then we'll do the best we can with just to warn local nearby towns. So I'd appreciate it if everyone made their best effort to come up with a way for us to chase him down, and we'll meet later today. I'll go find Cassian and tell him what we want to do.
All right, me and Roy here will brainstorm.
And hey, maybe if we, free the people of this land of this evil, maybe there's going to be people willing to help us with our quest to find the scroll.
That's a really good point, Roy. I didn't think of that. I walked over and I put my hand on his shoulder. I said, when I first met you, I didn't think you had the stuff of heroes, but you've got it.
Roy's gonna tear up a little bit at that, and then as he feels himself tear up, he's gonna start full on crying because he's remembering the 4 traumatic things that happened to him last week, and he's gonna start bawling about them again.
Stavia stands up. Actually, Vasha, do you know what? I'll come with you. As I walk out, I shout to the barmaid, like, get him a drink. Pointing to Roy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll head out.
Should we leave him
Vasha.
alone? I'll say as we walk out.
I think he probably needs to be alone. Cry out,
Yeah.
Kids are.
Yeah,
Roy's
like a
just gonna
baby. You let them cry it out.
There you go.
alone
Yeah.
at the table, crying to himself, I guess.
We don't want to reward this sort of behavior, Russia.
No, you're right. This kid's got to toughen up.
Koibu, does
right.
anyone come to comfort Roy as he sits there alone, crying?
Make me a...
Patheticness check.
Yeah, that's like an inverted charisma check. You want to roll really low if you want to get comforted. No, sorry, buddy. No one comes for you.
Charismatic crier over here. Yeah.
It's one of the Waystars. Oh my god, he must have seen something serious. We should probably give him his space.
Right.
Fair.
All right.
I think
Well-
Cassian's gonna be off. I don't know, to the local jail. So what's talk to the sheriff?
This place is too small to have a jail. They don't even have a sheriff. No, this podunk village in the middle of nowhere ain't got anything like that. Their town guard is just like, Bob the farmer and Mary Sue the seamstress are taking their job up on the walls today, and they just rotate through the local population. It's got like a town of maybe 400 people total, and they're pretty much all farmers. Couple of other jobs here and there, some laundry people, some tailors or seamstresses, maybe a couple fishermen.
There's got to be someone in charge of logistics, at least. Like a mayor or something.
people get together to sort of sort these things out. There is sort of like, the old man who used to do a whole bunch of cool things back in the day, like a retired hero, you might hear him called, but also with like a little bit of derision, like he never actually accomplished anything. Like he might be a level 2 character, maybe, and he's well past his prime right now.
Is there a cleric? There's no cleric in this town then? You said there's no temple, right?
Correct. No temple, no clerics.
I wonder if maybe, since you said that they make their decisions through like sort of communal meetings, could we maybe call a communal meeting, address the rumors of what happened to the children, tell them the story of what happened, warn them about the guy, imply that messages need to get sent out. If anyone sees anything, to let us know. We're looking to hunt them down. And we could do it under the guise of a sermon. Like I could put on a sermon or whatever for the town afterwards.
Maybe, but like you're strangers in this place. For you to try and call like the populace together for a meeting would be socially awkward at best, and sort of maybe met with
I would counter this and say, number one, the gods are a universal language.
That's true.
Number two, it's the age of heroes, and we are clearly heroes. Rumors going around town about what happened. Also, people will want to know what happened, and they'll want to be hearing it from us. So I feel like people would come.
Tell me then how you would overcome the like awkwardness of a stranger coming in town trying to grab everyone's attention with these facets to make it happen.
I think I would tell the innkeeper that I'm a cleric and I'm planning to hold a sermon on like Martha or whatever to remember the children that had died, and that we will speak to the people of the town and explain to them what happened.
Okay.
And then if people turn up, they turn up. If they don't, they don't.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yes. Persuasion. 18.
It works out pretty well. People want to hear what the kids have to say. The comet that's been hanging in the sky for a week is a pretty ominous sign that gods are coming to town. And hey, as the gods are coming to the world, here's a cleric who shows up out of nowhere and fights off this other person who is trying to summon a god into the world. Maybe we should go see what this holy man has to say. And I think probably, I guess this is going to be late in the afternoon on the day that you're about to set out. A portion of the town gathers forth to see what you have to say.
So I'm assuming the party is here at this time.
Yeah,
We're in a group. So I'll say to Vasha that I think you and Roy should go up there and explain what happened about in the caves with the kids. I'll go and do a little introduction, warm them up a little bit. You can go and talk, and then I'll just give a sermon after that.
Okay. Wait, do you want to do the sermon first, or?
I'll do the introductions, then you do the questions, then I'll make everyone feel better with the religious stuff.
I feel like we should soften the blow first, but if that's how you want to do it. What's the objective of this meeting? What is our...
Get the word out, get messages sent to the other towns.
Okay. All right.
Include that we're looking for him.
Yeah.
And any information we'll pay for.
All right.
Can we pay for it? I don't know if we have the money for that, but...
Didn't we get a bunch of gold from the...
Oh, did we? How much did we get?
Everyone's character sheets has been updated. I don't remember what the total is after you paid for your services.
I think Nick got most of it.
I've got 55 gold.
Yeah, I got 42.
Yeah.
I got 0.
All right. I got
I got a lot of gold. Hold on.
He's loaded.
Yeah, I got 39, baby.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, we can pay for it then. Okay.
I get like an empty barrel or something from the cellar of the inn, so I can stand on it like a plinth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I stand up before the crowd. How many people am I looking at here?
There's maybe 400 people in the village, so you're seeing about 200 right now, about half the village.
All right. Okay. Amazing. Greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate that as a foreigner here. It's unusual for me to address you in this way, but let me just start out by saying, I know that there's been rumors going around town. I know you all know that something happened out there in the desert. And I'm sure you've all got a lot of questions about that. And I pause for a moment and observe the crowd.
There are plenty of nods circulating.
Well, I might be a foreigner, but I'm a cleric. And I know the gods, and I know that you, as God-fearing citizens, know them too. Before we get into more comfortable matters and pray together, our leaders here of our little merry band, Vasha, the paladin, and Roy Waystar himself, the greatest mage this side of the Tabernacle, would like to speak to you and answer some questions about what happened out there in the desert. Now, I will warn you that those of you with a faint heart, or perhaps those of you who are intimately known with the children that went missing, may wish to avoid the details. Consider this a fair warning. And I step down off the plinth and motion to Vasha and Roy.
I nod to Roy. I say, do you want to go first or shall I?
Roy will shake his head immediately at this immense social responsibility.
Right. Vasher will make his way to the impromptu barrel and climb up on top of it. And he'll kind of look out across the crowd, thinking about what the hell he's going to say here because he hasn't done any preparation for the speech. But he says something to the effect of, I come here today with some grim news. A great evil took up rest outside of this village, not far to the northwest. And that evil stole some of your children. It's not reasonable to ask a town such as this to take on the world's responsibility and fight these great evils. Nor is it fair that you have to bear the brunt of its effects and its touch. But unfortunately, those children did not survive. None of them. And I'll go quiet for a moment while the crowd takes that in.
There is the bobs of understanding, and I've heard this rumor, and people like reaching and holding the person closest to them to the side for a moment as the worst fears are confirmed.
So when the crowd quiets back down, I put a hand to my chest and I say, but it's not your responsibility to handle this evil. That's my responsibility. I am a paladin of Valmontarius, and I will do everything I can to bring you justice. I will bring you the head of the man who has taken so much from you. But I do ask you, I need you, like you stand together strong in these walls, to not only protect yourselves, but the other people of the other towns nearby. I need you to get the word out and tell the warning of who Draktar Plaguebane is, his methods, what he does. Tell people that the Roy, and I nod at Roy, giving him credit, and the Waystars are hunting him down. And that if he is found, he's extremely dangerous. You need to protect the other towns from suffering a similar fate as you. And if you can, get a message to us about the whereabouts of Draktar, and we will come hunt him.
What happened to him? Calls out a voice.
He escaped in the combat.
No,
We
the
couldn't
kids!
capture
What
him.
happened to the kids? How did they die?
I'll go quiet. And I'll say, it's better that you don't know. but they didn't suffer much. Okay, he might have told a slight lie there. He's just he like
I thought he didn't tell lies.
It was really hard for him to say that, but it broke his spirit. He was really struggling not to lie there, or to lie there. Actually, I'm going to give you a bluff check at disadvantage to see if people believe me when I say that, because I'm very obvious. I can't hide my.
A deception check. Yeah.
Deception. Okay. At disadvantage. Yeah. No, they don't believe me.
They didn't suffer much. Yeah. The crowd erupts into moans and groans and sighs of pain. It's very clear that you've been caught in this lie.
Yeah. It was like I was mechanically saying the words rather than being like, yeah, no, they didn't suffer at all. It was more like, yeah, very obviously I'm sparing their feelings.
Roy will see the crowd being distraught, and we'll see Vasher struggling. And Roy wants to step up and tell the crowd an inspiring story that he has read about hardship and loss and coming back with revenge and making the people who did evil pay. He wants to reference and tell one of the stories that he used to read all the time for this. Do you want a performance check for this?
Either a performance check or tell me a story. Your call. I don't know if you've got a story in the chamber ready to go.
I think I'm going to performance this one.
Okay.
Come on, you can ad-lib this. You're a content creator. Ad-lib it. Go for it, dude. You got this. I'll set you up.
I rolled.
You rolled a 14. It's a pretty good story. People are reminded that hard times forge strong people, and this isn't the hardest thing that the world has had to endure. And this may not even be the hardest thing that these people will have to endure in their lifetime. After all, it is the age of both heroes and villains, and we need to be strong, to hold on, and to get through this life together.
Vasher will not, or sorry, Roy will not follow this up with anything. As he closes the story, he immediately turns away from the crowd.
Steermere, were you gonna lead the people?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought I was speaking, but I was muted. As Roy finishes the story, like I start clapping, hopefully the crowd sort of join in a little bit, and I walk back up to the plinth as Roy walks away, and I stand back and I say, "Thank you, Roy, truly an inspiring tale there. One that I think we can all learn from a great deal, and understand that it's the struggles in life that make us who we are. I certainly know that, and I know that you, living out here in this place, you understand that as well. And this is why we must give thanks to the gods, for the world that we live in is a bleak and dangerous place, and it is their light that guides us through, that gives us the strength to get out of bed each day when things look grim, when the larder is empty, when the crops are dry. It is Martha that gives you the strength to cling on to your life and stand up and say, not today. Today, I will farm those crops. And I would like to lead you in a sermon now, honoring the lives of the children that were lost. We'll give praise to Martha. We'll give praise to Nadinus. We'll speak to their good deeds and how they've helped their families. And I'll invite those close to them to come and speak. And once we're done, I will give a short prayer from my homeland, I hope that's okay, to Falumbra to help guide their souls safely into the afterlife.
Oh, that's very nice. Yes, very nice.
And so I will go into I'll speak a little bit about the light that youth brings to the world, and I'll invite people up to speak about the children.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'll just basically do what I said I was going to do.
give me a performance check at advantage, because that is a great plan, and you've really, set it up for success.
True. 13.
Very
Only
good.
got 0 performance. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been a religion check, really, for an extra +3 there.
But you're not speaking on religious matters. You're trying to guide people. You were performing a sermon. It's definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully that was of use to the village.
Well, as the sermons and the stories and the speaking wrap up, you can see the town is much moved by everything that you've said. This Drakthar Plainbane is clearly one of this age's great villains, who's out here hunting children and giving them a not so peaceful death. And there needs to be something done about it. And as the sermon wraps up, the town goes into discussions amongst well, what do we do? How do we? Well, we could send out some messengers. And quickly the question comes, which direction are you headed so that they can send messengers in the other directions?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I mean, what's the plan, guys? Are we just going to carry on in the direction that Plax was taking us? Or do we want to make an effort to try and track this person down? I think if we want to track him down, our best bet is to find out someone who knows abandoned temples in the area, abandoned buildings. I doubt this guy's going to go to a city. There might be only a few places that he could hide. We could potentially try and root him out.
I mean, for all we know, there's cities around here who host these kinds of people. They don't know anything. The biggest city we've been to so far was yeah, you know what? As long as you do your shit outside the city bounds, we don't give a shit. You can be a murderer outside, just don't do it here. They even they would host him. I feel like.
You think walking around with a big tentacle arm and a fucked up face like that?
Hey,
maybe
people here are less racist than back home. I don't know.
Was there anyone from the sermon that stood out to me, Neil, as an authority figure in the town, even just a respected elder person that you alluded to?
Yeah, there was the old man retired hero. He's probably the most respected of the group.
Then maybe after the sermon, I would go up to him and say, "Friend, I can see that there's some respect for you around here, and that you've got a lot of experience dealing in these kind of heroic matters. We're trying to formulate a plan to track this guy down. Would you help us brainstorm?"
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Experience is a great gift.
Yes.
You should be thankful.
Yes, you get the most experience when you do things on your own, but sometimes you must lean on the experience of others, even though it generates less experience for you.
True. That is wise words. I lead him over to our group. And I look around the faces of my companions to see if anyone has anything to say.
Well, are you content to stay here?
No. We want to look for the man, for this Drakthar. He was held up in an abandoned temple out to the northwest. I was wondering if you or perhaps anyone else in the town maybe knew the land quite well around here. Perhaps there's some obvious place he would go to hide.
Oh, well. All the good spots are usually occupied by some bandit gang or brigands or cultists. And so much changes pace so fast. It's hard to know. I could give you a half dozen places that might be suitable, and you could go take them one at a time and search for them. But you might find other things and other people there instead of Mr. Plainbane.
What do you say, Vasha?
Mrs. Plainbane? What's the proper honorific for this villain?
It.
It is. How do you?
I don't know. I don't know how fruitful will it be if we just go around searching every single possible.
He said only half a dozen, Vasher. It's only 6.
Yeah, but how far are they? How many are they? I feel like we're digging around with no real direction on where he could have gone, and that's a big problem for us. If only a cultist had survived, we could have maybe asked questions.
We could ask. We could ask our friend which direction they left to. That's a good idea.
That could narrow it down. Is Dara near us?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find her.
I'll pull over Dara.
They say that Plax went west, upriver.
Drakthar, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
Drakthar. Sorry.
Upriver, that's the way we were going to go anyway, right?
Sure, but I mean, they came out the building and then they went one of 8 possible directions, but who knows for how long they held that course?
Yeah, sure.
What locations do you know up there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's many towns along the way. There's the hills that are a little farther to the south. Some of those hills cross up a little bit. There's a couple of. There's an oasis out there. That's got a little cave nearby it. Oh, sometimes people or creatures take up in the cave. I think there's a Hydra that was living there recently, but this Drakthar could easily take a Hydra by the sounds of it.
I don't think that's true.
If he can easily take Hydra, then so can we, I guess. So.
He has methods of persuasion, evidently. Maybe he can bend this beast to his will. Possibly.
Well, let's see. There are some caves in the hills as well. There's an old watchtower. I think it's pretty knocked down, though. Let's see.
Are the caves to the north or the south?
To the south. The river's to the north, sir.
I feel like I'm getting confused by the same thing for about 10 years at this point, Neil. But when you say
The
down the
river goes east to west. East is downriver, west is upriver.
Okay, and the hills are to the south. So that's
The
not the
hills are
direction.
to the south.
That's not the direction we saw him going. So maybe we try this oasis. Maybe we ask in the next town along the river.
So west is the direction we were already heading, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think we head west to the next town, see if they heard anything. If that's the direction he ran from the cave, and it's closer to that oasis and some of those other locations, that's the best we can do. Continue our journey, but search along the way.
Where is the oasis exactly?
Oh, well, he ponders. Not sure how to. You'd need a guide to take you there. It's
Plax,
hard
do you
to
know where it
describe
is?
directions in the desert. Plax shakes his head. No.
Well,
The whole town's gathered here, right?
The town's outside. Yeah, you could get to anyone.
Ask. I'll just do a big. Does anyone know where the oasis is?
Yeah, someone here
kind of describe
will offer to guide you to the oasis in question.
Cool. I'll bring him in. What's your name? French fry.
My name is Phoenix.
Monitor. Oh shit!
You wasted a good name on this motherfucker. You're Phoenix?
Yes, I am, he says.
Where'd you get the name from?
My mother.
Why'd she name you that?
Because it's a cool name.
Can't argue with that.
It's like the
And you'll be
phoenix
our-
from the story.
Yeah.
The phoenix and the raven. And he will start telling the story of the phoenix and the raven.
Phoenix
Nice.
tosses back his hair and goes, I've heard that story
sick.
so many times.
And you'll lead us into the desert?
Yeah.
Let's go.
What are you smacking about, Neil?
He made a cool character, Nick. He doesn't get to do that very often.
All right. Well, is the oasis beyond the next town or before the next town?
You don't go along the river. We head out into the desert, south towards the hills.
Well, Vasha, you're our leader. What do you say?
I think I made my position clear. We should head west along the river to the next town. Unless, well, we should probably check the oasis first. Yeah, if that's the best point of call, we should go there first and then head west if we find nothing.
Roy, Cassian, agreement? Check the oasis.
I promise that I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to make sure that's done.
An oasis sounds nice. It's a little, here.
Come on, Roy. How traumatizing can an oasis be?
We all laugh.
3 days later, the party arrives on 1 hit point.
My leg! All right. Okay, then we shall follow Phoenix into the desert, check the oasis, and if we don't find anything, then we'll meet back up at the river and head to the next town.
Is
Sounds
this
good.
journey into the oasis or into the desert relatively safe because we have a guide? We don't need to do prep work because he's going to lead us.
You're gonna need. You have enough water skins, and you're headed to a place with water, so it'll be fine because it'll be maybe a day away from here. You're already setting out partway through the day, so you'll spend the night sleeping in the desert, and then partway through the day you'll get to the oasis. When you get there, especially since you have a horse, you're going to need to be able to get to the water, so that you don't, dehydrate and die. But
I want to call out that I'm going to be yelling lock slosh pretty often as we're going through the desert. Maybe every 3 minutes, I'm going to be doing a booming scream of lock slosh looking. Okay? I don't want to get ambushed by these Azaris.
Nice.
Well done.
Idea.
All right.
I'm a genius.
We head out then.
Excellent. We
Vasher
head
gets
out to the
extremely annoyed at you yelling lock slash constantly.
Yeah, it takes me by the third time, the 9 minutes in. I'm like,
He's just like, dude.
I'm already
Roy
done
is-
with this.
Roy's feeling it. He's gonna join in at some point.
Oh my word.
Nice.
I
I tell Phoenix why we're saying lock slosh, and I give him the whole rundown of how we were overwhelmed, and then I was able to get up at the last second and cleave the leader's head off. Cassian gets 2 stories completely mixed up. He's not trying to lie. He just carrying.
I'm gonna fashion some very basic earplugs out of a piece of cloth that I have. Just
Use some horsehair, man.
yeah, that's kind of scratchy.
Yeah.
All right. Through the desert we go. Plax and Dara are coming with you since you're sort of if you're headed west along the river, you're kind of going down southwest to where this oasis is. And then, if you find the guy and defeat the guy here, then you could just head northwest and get back to the river and continue your journey. So they're going to come with you rather than get left behind in this town.
This is the infinite moneymaker. We just bring Dara on a crazy taxi, and her fees just running up every day.
Well, it finally gets to the town. All right, well, if we count the
It's
extra,
been 2 weeks, yeah.
it's gonna be 150 gold. Don't forget to tip.
I missed it. I made the wrong turn. Let me keep going.
All right. Well, into the desert we go. We've got with us traveling supplies that are necessary. We've got tents and sleeping bags, and all the things that you would need to have good rests out in the desert at night. And can I get a D20 from
Make it Nick. That's what it'll be.
Brainzerg?
Oh yeah. What do you want? Just a
Here we
D20?
go.
Just a flat D20.
Going high or low?
Do I? It's gonna make a difference. If you lie to me, I'll probably do better.
Well, I don't know what you want.
Oh.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you consider a desirable outcome to be.
Just roll
So
high, Nick. Oh wait, no, he
I'll
can't.
roll a
Never
12
mind.
in the middle.
I'll roll down the middle.
okay, we'll be back on the other side of the break with a little bit more Lazarus Expedition. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lazarus Expedition. Our party gets through the journey without too much problem. You spend a night out in the desert. You take shifts. It passes without any problem. Everyone gets some good rest, no exhaustion penalties or anything like that. And the next day, we continue on the way to this oasis. And sure enough, you can get to the oasis. And there it is before you. It's just a pit of water in sort of like a depression out here in the desert. It's maybe 35 feet across by 35 feet across or something like that. And it's got like 6 trees growing around it.
Phoenix, is that it?
That's it.
My God.
I look around in the air and say, this music is awfully distressing given how beautiful this place is. And I guess, all right, well, the horses need to drink. Or the horse.
Yep.
Lead the horse to the
Okay,
water.
I mean,
Bring
I'll
the
call
Hydra
out
up.
Lock Slosh. And wait a second, look around.
Lock slosh. Roy will follow suit.
That's the last fucking one, Cassian, okay?
Seems like there's none of them. Let's continue on
Well, there's that cave that the old man was talking about. Where's that?
and look around.
You don't see anything that looks like a cave.
Phoenix. The old hero in town said there was a cave near the oasis.
Must have been covered by the sands.
Let's get looking then.
Well, time to start digging, friends.
Could there be a second oasis, perhaps?
There are many oases in the desert.
Is it possible that this isn't the oasis the old man was talking about?
He pauses. We must contend with every possibility. Although, I doubt it. The sands out here blow with the winds. The cliff in which the cave would be could easily have been covered by sand over time.
You have
Caves
been
come and
here
caves
before.
go. I
Right.
led you here myself, did I not?
Yeah, but you remember that you've seen the cave with your own eyes, right? Like the
I have
entrance, at
not.
least?
It's fine. Let's go get some water for the horse. We can talk about it there. Keep on your guard, and I'll pull out my two-handed, massive buster sword.
Damn, Giga Chat.
Yeah.
Vasher is thinking that it would have been great to know he hadn't seen the cave before we left.
Yes.
Would have been great.
I like nudge Roy and say, that's a fucking big sword he's got there, Roy.
Pretty big, but
Yeah, that's impressive.
I point to Vika on my shoulder. You know, this little guy packs quite a punch too. Okay, let's not.
He did it. He breathed fire. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Yeah. Well, you come up to the oasis, and as you do, the waters begin to ripple, and one head
Let's
after
go.
another emerges, and a hydra with 6 heads pokes out of the
fucking go.
water.
Hell yeah!
Fuck.
God, I just didn't see this fucking coming.
You've done it again, Neil.
You've caught us off guard. Oh my god, they've walked into an obvious trap.
I attack.
I don't know why you guys walked into it if you thought it was so obvious.
I didn't think there would actually be a Hydra. I'm going to be real with you.
I don't know.
Fine.
If you thought there was a
If he
hydra,
can kill a
and you just-
hydra, we can kill a hydra. It's not a big
True.
deal.
what makes
Yeah,
you
that
think
was
he can
actually
kill a
adapting,
hydra?
right?
We're XP farming right now.
Fucking 20. Neil, no!
Neil got a pretty good one too.
That
Jesus,
is.
we are dead.
This does look
can we
pretty
just
big.
leave?
Alright, well.
Yeah, maybe it's aquatic and it can't leave the lake. What if we just step away?
We
I don't even
can't
know
leave.
what a
The horse needs
hydra
water.
does. That's true.
Right? The horse needs water.
I think, yeah, I guess, but this fucking thing can kill us in one go, I think. All right, whatever.
How deep is this fucking oasis, by the way?
This is, all right.
Deep enough to
guys,
hide a
submit your
hydra.
ideas.
Yeah.
Submit your ideas for the next campaign, please. All right, great.
Yeah.
How do I click myself? I can't. I can't click myself. It keeps declicking me. I need to be detached. from the
Oh,
horse or
because
something.
yeah. Let me ungroup you.
I'm good.
There you go. Now you're good.
Okay. Boom. Wow. All right.
A level 6 party died to this in Fatal 1, someone says in chat. They weren't D&D masters like us, though, were they? They were just...
Exactly.
Fatal 1 second edition?
Yeah.
No, it was 5th.
Okay.
Great. Well, the hydra comes out of the water, and it has multi attacks because it's got 6 heads. And so with the first head will come and take a bite over here at the dearly beloved cleric with a snap. A 26 to hit.
Let me just check my AC. Oh, that's a hit, yeah.
Will rip you for 15 points of damage.
Okay.
The second bite will come for the man on the horse. 26 to hit for 11 points of damage.
He's rolling like a god, by the way.
The third attack against the man nearby, the two-hander. 24 to hit for 14 points of damage. And I guess starting from the left side again. Actually, well, no, the horse hasn't been attacked yet. And that's a pretty tasting target for a Hydra, actually. It'll...
Bro.
Oh, buddy. The horse will take 17 out of 19. Ooh!
Yes, the horse lives.
Horse lives, baby.
What is the attack range? Because can he get to Vika and Roy without moving? 10 feet. I do believe Roy is safe and Vika is safe. So let's see who the other two heads attack. We've got 4 targets. 1, 2, 3 will be Vasher. And 4 will be Cassian. Bite at Vasher. 12?
That is a miss.
Nice.
Oh, thank God the shield comes up and blocks it. And at Cassian. 21 for 10 points of damage.
Nowadays.
Cool. Steermere.
All right. Now I'm assuming that if I do an AoE attack hitting all of the heads, it'll do damage equally amongst all of them.
The Hydra is one creature and has 1 HP bar and will not do multiple damage to multiple heads.
Let's get the fuck out of here then.
Yeah, but we can't leave because if we run, we're gonna take 5 opportunity attacks.
That's what disengage is for.
I guess.
Well, I got Misty stuff. I don't know what you guys. I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I think I need to disengage.
Okay. Go ahead and move your 30 feet.
Yo.
Vika.
Yeah, Vika will scuttle the fuck away. Disengaging. I'm assuming. Wait, how much? I always forget how much movement he has.
30, same as you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to like stay.
You're also going right after Vika, so you can move the two of you together if you want.
I will also bonus action, you know, just in case. Well, do I want to do that? There's no world in which we're fighting, right?
I mean, I don't think so. It's probably got like 100 health or more.
Okay, wait. I have to. What is the range on this? It's self-cast. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm just moving away, disengaging. That's it.
Cool. Cassian Rin.
You don't need to disengage. Wait, you don't need to disengage.
Oh yeah,
I can melee range.
I can
just walk away, and then you can use a spell if you wanted.
Yeah. Let me think real quick.
Thing I'm worried about is how much movement does this creature have, right? Because you're within 30 feet of him, I think.
Yeah. He's probably got more than 30 feet of movement, so it's.
I'm thinking like a Hydra would be like a 40-foot movement, right?
60, 45.
I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself as a bonus action, which allows me to move at an incredible pace.
It allows you to dash as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Nice.
Yeah, but casting the spell was already my bonus action, right? So I can't do it right now.
Well, you still have an action, so you can still dash.
Okay, and dash is
an extra 30 feet of movement.
Extra 30. Yeah, let's just get the fuck back.
All right, Cassian, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Fighting Spirit. Or I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit. I'm gonna get 5 HP back and get all advantage on all my attacks this turn.
Fucking nice.
I am gonna attack this turn.
Oh,
with my
shit.
Great Sword for 19.
Excellent hit against the 15 AC monster.
11.
All right. 11 points of damage. Watch the HP bar very carefully.
Okay, I'm gonna Action Surge.
Disengage.
Exactly.
Oh, actually, you have advantage. Roll that attack again, just in case you crit.
Just in case. Sorry.
Just in case.
I do advantage. It's just gonna be. There we go.
No,
yeah,
okay.
Same thing.
All right, there you go.
I'm gonna action surge, and I am going to disengage.
Excellent. Vasher Talat, you're on a horse pulling a cart through the desert, and there's a Hydra in front of you.
How fast is the horse and the cart move?
No, the horse normally moves at speed 60, but with the cart, I think you're probably going at 45 right now.
Okay. As a... Let me just line this up. So if I can get you here, and you within 30 feet, no.
That's me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have turned the tide, which heals everyone around me.
Did it update my HP for all of you, or just?
I see it at 8.
No. Okay, good.
Yeah, yours is updated, but mine isn't updated for me either. And it's annoying because if you refresh, it fixes it, but then it
I
cuts
don't
out.
know why.
Weird.
Okay, yeah, I guess I am going to disengage, turn this horse around, and how far can I get? Oh.
Well, you could get 45 to...
If I was on this other way, I would argue. I think the Hydra should get an attack on the cart. If it
Because
wants
the
to.
cart doesn't disengage?
Yeah. Him and the horse can dodge and disengage, but the cart is like a fixed thing.
That's
Yeah,
a
like
pretty...
if
Yeah. Yeah, all right, the Hydra will bite at the cart. 10 piercing damage. How much HP does a cart have?
this might be bad.
I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a...
A master carpenter made this cart, okay?
Oh no, the 3 on some sort of save. Like the cart, maybe it's the yoke breaks off of the horse. Maybe it's just like one of the wheels comes off, or probably those things that move forward or what gets snapped, and the cart gets left behind as you and the horse make a break for it, and the cart probably gets like turned to about here and left behind as the two of you scurry off to wherever it is you're going. That's probably about 45 feet of movement right there.
What is on the cart, guys?
Your food.
Everything.
Your tent.
Everything. Everything is on the cart right now.
What about like my spell shit?
You would carry your spell book and stuff on you, but I think your tent and your shovel and your crowbar and your rope. Yeah. Well.
Okay.
That was all of our seaweed, all of our investment.
Oh. And you know what the Hydra's going to do for its turn? It's going to eat your rations and your seaweed and just...
Hey, that's fun.
You know what?
And one head after another digs into the cart and rips apart. Even the things that aren't edible get swallowed or get chewed up and dropped into the water, leaving us with Steermere taking a turn.
Sorry, I meant to say I was going to use Turn the Tide to heal everyone in the area for 1d6 plus 2.
So everyone gets 3.
If you're below
I'll
half
take
health,
that.
you get 3 HP.
Right.
The tide's being turned.
Hey, listen.
Are we just abandoning the cart?
Would you like to go get it?
You can take it.
No. All right.
I mean, we got spellcasters who can cast spells, no?
Do we really want to encourage it to chase us, though?
Can we make it back to Can we make it back to civilization?
Yeah, we would have an idea of that. Do we have enough water to get back?
Even if we don't, our shit is gone. No, it's already eaten it. Like, what are we gonna?
I mean, you can eat a Hydra.
I have rules for traveling in the desert without water. It's a series of con saves, and the better you do, the fewer exhaustion levels you take. The worse you do, the more exhaustion levels you take.
Okay. Well, I think I just make my movement back.
Excellent.
Well, whatever it is.
Okay. Vika? You also... Is it the whole party's bailing, it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everyone can back away from the oasis. And I think this is a great moment to reflect on the party, especially Steermere, who really expected there to be a Hydra here and walked right up to the water anyway.
For the record,
without any concern whatsoever. Why would you do that?
Okay, well,
why
listen,
would you say there's definitely a Hydra here? Let's just walk up to the water without taking any preparations or getting ready for this or leaving the cart behind or planning a battle strategy. Why would you walk into this if you thought it was here?
When we got here, I said to Vasha, all right, take the horse to the water. You put me on the map by the water's edge. I didn't complain.
You were
about
continuing
it,
to talk about it to him as everyone walked up to the water. It was very clear that what was going on.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't think there was a Hydra here.
That's fair. That's fair.
I just want to say for the record, I was not listening when people were talking about Hydras. I didn't realize. If I had known, I would have gushed about Hydras the entire way here.
Well, I think we're happy to have walked away with our lives here, to be honest.
Right.
I think so.
Yep, just another day of almost dying.
Yep.
Okay.
There's no way we can get our cart back unless we wait.
That
for
had
it to
all
go.
our tents on it. It had all of our equipment.
Yeah, wait.
Some people.
Well, unless we
had,
wait for it to go back below the water and try and grab the cart.
Guys, that was the expedition. It had the horse's food on it.
I don't think Hydras can just infinitely live underwater.
You don't think that?
Out of character, I don't. In character, I wouldn't know, I guess.
As you watch from a distant hill, you'll see the Hydras devour everything on the cart and then devour some of the cart itself and then drag the remains of the cart under the water. And then you'll see it submerge itself and all 6 of its heads will disappear underneath the surface of the water, which after a moment or two grows quite still.
You see, that's where the loot is.
True. You got a good hit on him though, Cassian. He didn't seem to even notice.
He still needs some training with the sword.
I don't think there's any chance we were going to kill that thing.
All right. We're going to need to come up with a plan because that was all the supplies that we had for this trip.
Well, the sooner we get back, the better.
How far is the trek back?
The same length as it took to get here.
Which was?
A day and change.
Oh.
We'll spend a night in the desert and then we'll make it back the next day. That is, if we can survive.
What's our main concern? It's probably just water, right? If we get water, I think we're good.
He nods.
We're not going to find water out here, though.
Well,
we can go a day without water.
I point to the oasis. Okay.
Can Vika
Time to be a hero, Roy.
Yeah. Maybe.
Guys, the water doesn't matter. We can go one day.
If Vika can distract the Hydra, lead it away, maybe that can buy us enough time to get water?
Roy, it's only one day without water. We're gonna be fine.
In the desert.
Ah,
I think we should. I think on the way here.
I think we should march through the night to get to the town.
Yeah, you want to march during the cold.
That's our best bet. I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot about hit dice. Oh well, since it was a 9, I'll take it.
Base. Fucking base.
So just so we understand the exhaustion rules for traveling through a desert without water, you make a con save each day if you're out of water. If you roll a 30 on your con save, you're fine. You take no exhaustion levels, but that's almost impossible. If you roll a 25 on your con save, you take 1 exhaustion level. If you roll a 20, you take 2 exhaustion levels. If you roll a 15, you take 3 exhaustion levels. If you roll a 10, you take 4 exhaustion levels. If you roll a 5, you take 5 exhaustion levels.
What happens if you take 5 exhaustion levels?
Well, let's take a look at your character.
5, you're just like fucked. You're not dead.
Speed reduced to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 is certain death unless someone else can haul you around.
We have a horse.
Well, the horse will have to make these 2. So,
Okay.
and actually,
we will have had some water on us, right? Like, I don't think all the water will have been on the cart. We've just been carrying some of it in water skins on us.
I just want to say my character sheet does say that I have rations on me, but I'm assuming
but that was
you
all on the
probably-
cart.
Yeah.
I have 2 water skins on me. One is mine. One is what's his name's? Roy's.
I think you all, Plax made sure you all brought 2 water skins with you because the desert is hot. So everyone should have 2 water skins.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Right.
It was stuff like our axes and stuff and our tools that were in the cart.
Yeah,
like,
hempen rope, the mess kit, the torches, the pouch of dragon
the
teeth.
tent,
Yeah.
the
I'm just gonna
bedroll.
delete some of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm deleting the stuff that was in that cart, the tent and stuff.
Now let's talk about this armor that you've got. When you have the cart, it's really easy just to toss the armor on the cart. If you are not going to be wearing your armor through the desert, leather armor is big and it's bulky. How do you propose to, it's got like shin guards and arm guards and straps and buckles, and then the chest piece itself is actually, whether it's on you or off of you, it's going to take up about the same amount of space. It's this big, awkward, bulky thing. Without the cart to help haul your armor around and the shield, without any rope to
I
like
think
make
there's
the
a decent
shield into a
chance-
sled.
Decent chance the armor was on the cart because were we necessarily expecting battle, I think that we may have to abandon our leather armor.
Well, one of
I'm gonna
you.
disagree.
Go
We were
ahead.
calling out Lock Slosh. I was anticipating not a Hydra, but I was anticipating like a Zari or something like that.
That's fair.
So I think it would be fair if we had our armor on for this.
Well,
Okay,
one
fine, so-
person could have their armor. I remember in the past when you were traveling in the desert, you were rotating who had it so that no one would get exhausted. So the 3 of you roll me a d20. Whoever rolls the highest has some armor. Vasher gets a 10. Steamer gets an 8. Cassian gets a 10.
Two of
Roll
us
off.
got armor. There it is.
Oh no! Roll off between Vasher and Cassian.
No, we both get it.
We both get it.
We were both wearing it. It just so happened that we messed up our rotation. We ended up both with the armor on.
You give it a roll there, Tater.
All right, let's see. Easy clap.
All right. You've got your armor.
I'm worried, guys. I think there's based on these rules, how often would we have to make this con check, Neil?
Once a day.
Once a day.
So in theory, we'd have to make it once.
Well, if you make it this evening when you haven't had water for more or less a day, and everyone does pretty well, you could get to town without any problem. But if anyone takes 2 exhaustion levels, their speed will be halved, and you'll have to decide if you want to travel at half speed with them, which might then incur a second roll on
It's inevitable that somebody will get 2 exhaustion levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
So, what if could we force march through the night and get there at half speed? That's the question I'm asking. We would take an extra exhaustion level, but we might get there without having to do a second desert check.
Right, but if you force march through the night, that's 2 exhaustion levels as well.
Yeah.
Well, either
Maybe,
way, you're going to have to walk, right? So we might as well get to the nightfall and see what the exhaustion levels are, right?
No, because there's the other plan of distracting the Hydra with Vika and trying to get some water.
Okay,
Which might actually be our best bet.
Let's talk about this seriously, because maybe not even Vika, maybe I can do it. I can Expeditious Retreat, and I can Misty Step. I think
Good
for
point.
at least
Good point.
quite a bit of time, that Hydra should not be able to get me, and I can definitely anger it enough to draw it on me. It's scary as shit, and I can't promise that I'm not going to shit my pants and break my concentration and then die.
Is Misty Step a reaction or a bonus action?
Misty Step is a reaction.
Okay, well then it should work. You can go up there, get it to come out.
What?
I think so.
It's a
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
was
so
crazy.
if the Hydra beats you in initiative, it's just going to kill you.
Yes.
So also, how are you going to get enough water for, what is this, 7 people and a horse?
Do we not have any
Tie-
vessel?
You have
We-
water
all the water
skins.
skins.
We have water skins. Is that not?
Yeah, but how are you going to fill up like 14
Well, the
water
idea
skins?
is one person distracts the Hydra, and the rest of us run up to the water and fill the water skins.
No.
Is that the plan?
Guys, this.
It's not a good plan.
Oh man.
I think Vika distracting the Hydra is a good plan because there's no risk. Because if he dies, you can resummon him.
Yeah, but
10
the thing
gold
is,
for water.
that's like Vika's out, the Hydra comes out, it chomps once, Vika's dead, and the Hydra's still in the water. Like,
Can we win a fight?
No way.
no way.
Not a
If you,
chance.
how many spells slots do you have?
Full.
I've got all
Three,
my, I've got
level
all my
1,
spell
2, level
slots.
2.
We could maybe win this fight if we had gotten the drop on it and it didn't roll high at initiative. We could
Yeah.
maybe win this fight. It's a Hydra. It has 6 attacks a turn.
My
how
feeling
many
is that
second win?
if we try and walk, someone will die. That's my feeling. We'll end up having to leave someone behind.
Everyone looks at Phoenix.
Well, listen, horses got 60 speed.
So you're
You
gonna
know.
10.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
if someone gets half speed, we can carry someone halfway, I guess.
But if one person rolls like a 5 on their con check, which is not unlikely, like they're going to get like 5 exhaustion levels immediately.
Well, let's think about this, right? We got Bless. We can be casting Bless to help ourselves.
I think we
Okay.
might be able to win this fight, but we're gonna have to do it smart.
Let me propose
If
one
we were full
plan for
health, I would
distracting the
agree.
Hydra.
I think you can be full with your lay on hands. I just got an extra 10 HP back from Second Wind.
Let me walk you through a plan once for distracting the Hydra, okay?
Mhm.
I stand 100 feet away or something. Vika walks up. As Vika walks into the range and the Hydra chomps it, I fire magic missiles or firebolt or whatever. Draw the Hydra's attention towards me. And then I kite it around with Expeditious Retreat, Misty Step. Is that not enough time for you guys?
Every turn is 6 seconds, so how long does it take to fill a water skin, right? Like, I think it would take like 3 or 4 rounds to fill a water skin.
No, if you undo the cap, submerged in water, it should be filled in a round.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've
And
got
we should
2
really be able
hands.
to fill more than one at
Well,
once.
Yeah, but then you have to put the caps on again. And you want to make sure that you plug them with those things. I guess you could fill them and then run
You could
away
hold-
and then recap them later.
You could also hold more than one water skin in each hand, probably.
We
I
could
would
like tie
also-
them together by the lid with rope and then just have
You
caps
don't
in your
have
pocket.
rope.
I want to add that I'm kind of
I had rope
proposing
on
this
me.
plan out of character a little bit. Roy
God.
would not like immediately open himself up for that. So you guys like maybe he says something along those lines that maybe I could do it, but obviously I wouldn't, right? And you guys kind of maybe have to talk him into it. Just to stay true to role playing here, but I think it's
How
gonna
much-
work.
How much healing can you do? I look over to the paladin.
I have 15 health for lay on hands, and I have healing spells, but those are also my smites. So
Let's talk about the lay on hands here, because I think that this might be a winnable fight. I'll ask. Does anyone know about Hydras? All I know is that they can regrow heads. Does
all I
anyone in
know.
character know anything? Roy apparently knows a fuckload about Hydras.
Roy, give us a
Yeah, let
history
me-
check.
Absolutely.
20.
Yeah. Well, hydras will regrow their heads when they are cut off, unless they have been suffering recent fire or acid damage. Here you go. This is what you know, Roy.
Yeah, so okay guys, so hydras have five heads, because like I always remember it, like the 5 queens of the, it's, I've told you guys before. While there, if it has more than 1 head, the hydra has basically it can't be like, you can't like blind or cover its eyes or like make it like do stuff for you. If it takes like a big hit at once, the head, one of the heads will die, and then if that happens and the head gets chopped off or it dies or whatever, it's gonna two are going to grow. But if it's been burned by fire, that's right. And if it regrows another head, then it's healthy again. That's basically how they. That's how.
All right.
They,
well, Roy, you can burn it, right?
Yes.
I can also
Fine.
burn it.
Do you have any fire spells that aren't cantrips, Roy? Like I say, out of character.
Yeah, Vika can burn it with Dragon Breath.
Yeah, okay. Dragon Breath too, yeah. We can get that going every round.
Yep.
I also have Searing Smite, which ignites a target until it makes a con save.
I also have...
That seems really good.
The problem is,
I have
though,
Burning Hands as well.
Yeah.
I have Burning Hands as well, but that's like, I have to get close up for that, so...
Thing is, though, how do we get it out of the water? And how do we kill it without it just going back in the water?
Yeah. This thing isn't going to let us kill it. I don't think. We are not Hercules, okay? We are not here for the Golden Fleece. Let's just go back to fucking town. And...
Do you have anything to trap the Hydra?
Yeah, I got a real tasty horse.
Do you have web?
Nope. Won't work.
Okay.
I think it's too big for web, isn't it? Isn't
It
web
might be.
got-
If it's gigantic.
What about, okay, I could cast a fog cloud at the edge of the oasis. Maybe give us the cover to sneak up to it.
This thing definitely has like fog perception or some bullshit.
It's got 5 noses or whatever. So, good sense of smell, probably.
It gets 5 perception checks.
Okay, I think we just have to make a decision if we're going to try to make it without water or if we're going to try to get water. I don't think we should fight it.
This is
If we try to make it without water, someone is going to die. More than likely than not.
Yeah, I agree.
There's maybe a chance like Potato could run back on his horse because he has way bigger speed and like bring water back or stuff like that.
Ooh. That's basically... I like that.
That's a good point. If he force marched his horse through the night, could he get him to town and back?
Sorry.
If the town have other mounts, because if I force march the mount one way, going back would suck for the horse. But if I could get a camel or something in town and say, listen, I got to go save whatever this guide's name is who's with us. They need water. Then maybe I could borrow a camel and be like, take the horse if I don't come back, you know?
Meanwhile, we're sitting out in the desert sun for like, what, a day?
But it would mean the second day you wouldn't need to make a check. If I get
we would be
water.
fine because we could probably find like shit like cover. There's got to be a rock somewhere.
I mean, you could survive one desert fatigue check, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I can, I should be able to get back to save you from the second, which is the thing that will kill you.
Well,
Is there any interaction between...
what you'd really need is someone who knows the way, because if you're just going off into the desert on your own, you might not make in the right way.
Yeah.
You would have to turn your horse over to Phoenix.
Phoenix not just red bitch?
2 people on the
tire the
horse is
horse
going to
out.
tire the horse out way more. Horse might not make it.
Is there any interaction between thunder damage and water?
There has to be.
You mean lightning damage and water?
I don't know. I mean thunder damage, but is that different? Is that lightning damage as well?
Yes.
Electric type, okay.
Thunder would be a sonic type.
What can you do, Nick? Let's hear it.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. I can heal people. I can do the fog cloud and cast Shield of Faith for +2 AC. But I mean, I can cast Bless to give us bonuses on our con checks. But I'm not really sure how that's going to work because
Bless is only
Bless
1
doesn't
minute
last long
long.
enough.
Yeah.
It might be that giving Phoenix the horse is the best chance we've got.
But what if he doesn't come back?
If he doesn't come back, we wait, and then you have to fight the Hydra at that point if he doesn't come back, and just hope that you can get water.
What up?
So how long would it take? So if Phoenix is twice as fast on a horse, let's say, and the horse is already tired from carrying a cart, so it probably can't ride the horse that hard. And we don't even know if the horse has eaten recently, right? So like the horse might just be fucked at this point.
Well,
Let's say
by
he makes it back to town.
nightfall, everyone's going to have to make con saves. We're counting on the water at the oasis. So by nightfall, everyone makes con saves. If the horse rolls a 20 or less on its con save, it'll take if it rolls less than a 25 on its con save, it'll take 2 exhaustion levels and its speed will be halved. If it runs all night, it'll take another 2 exhaustion levels. And that will bring us to what? 4 exhaustion levels
4.
is what movement penalty?
Near 0, I think.
5 is 0.
I've got maybe another
Right,
idea.
but if it rolls less than a 20 on its con save and then it moves all night, that'll be 5 exhaustion levels right there. So that'll be 0 movement. So
what if we cut up our clothes, we make a makeshift rope, we tie it around the water skins, and we throw them into the water from a distance and pull the water back, fill them up slowly.
who has rope? Your rope was with all of your stuff.
It's just gonna attack the water skin.
I'm
Also-
carrying rope on my person.
How
Specifically.
are we pulling out the water skins without them like leaking out immediately?
It would just attack the water skin or the
Yeah.
rope.
But we only need to get a little bit of water each time we do it to...
Yeah, but it's gonna like kill it. It's gonna.
Will it?
It's gonna. Why wouldn't it?
It ate the cart.
Does it
It ate the
attack
cart.
Yeah, because I had food on it.
No, but like it ate the cart, like the wooden.
Yeah, I know, but it was biting the cart that had food in it. You know, I just don't think it's that discerning.
I don't know. I saw the look on that Hydra's face. It was enjoying the wood.
Wait,
Okay?
we
Like your
can
mom does.
try it. Okay, how far can how long of a rope can we even make out of our clothes? Because like if it's like 30 feet and we
Vasha
throw that
has
shit
rope on
in,
him.
Vasher starts to get like really tired of this. It's like, guys, we're not going near the Hydra. again,
Listen,
unless
we have 2
a way to
options. We either fight the Hydra or we send Phoenix back.
What
There are no
about-
other options.
what about
Correct.
distracting it?
We could
get
try
off
to
the horse.
distract the Hydra. That is, I guess, a third option. However, if the Hydra turns around and one of us are there, you're dead.
Yep.
I know it looked bad, but we're not actually that bad. If we use a few healing spells, we would need to pop some heads to lower the amount of attacks it can do per round, but we can stop its heads from regenerating. Roy has fire damage. Yep.
How do we keep it on
That's
fire
true.
if it's in the water?
You make it come out of the water. It wants to eat us actively. I don't think it's smart.
What if we
What do I do to make the
invest all
horse-
this? We risk it all, and when we get to the last head, the Hydra just crawls back into the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what'll happen. We
Um,
might be able to get the water while it regenerates.
Yeah. Well, it won't be able to regenerate, I don't think. The way I'm guessing is if you get fire damage on it, its head regeneration is just done.
I just think
that turn.
I have so much range.
Yeah.
And this thing is fat and it's slow, and I can outrun it. You don't think if I stand 120 feet away and I throw a firebolt at it, you don't think it's going to charge at me?
There's only one way to find out.
But how do
Yeah,
you get
let's
out
try
of
it.
the water in the first place?
Vika.
Vasher, I say we send Phoenix and we do 2 plans.
Yeah, good call. Phoenix,
I-
take the horse
yeah.
and go. I give him the horse and
He gets on your horse
Make-
without a word and leaves.
Fuck.
give Scamp the pep talk. You know, keep him safe, Scamp.
Can we at least talk to Phoenix a little bit before we send him off with our
Yeah,
horse
can
to
we
leave us
do
for
that?
dead?
Yeah.
You said you gave him the horse and he hopped on it and then he just starts walking away and you're like, Phoenix! Phoenix! And he's just going. You can shout and chase him if you want, but, he's
he
moving.
knows the plan, right? That
He
he's
knows
getting
Yeah,
water.
he's heard all of this.
All right. I swear to God, I swear an oath under my breath, if he does anything to that horse, I will fucking find him.
Let's watch. Well, as we're talking, we'll keep an eye on the pool and tell me if any conditions change. Does the Hydra ever come up for breath? Does the Hydra?
But it's only been 20 minutes so far and you
Okay,
haven't seen
perfect.
any changes. I will let you know if anything happens.
I start drawing in the sand.
Any rocks nearby?
It's pretty sandy. If you're gonna walk around for a while, we'll make a roll to see if you can find any. But this is a pretty dusty area, pretty sandy area.
I take out
Yeah.
a gold coin from
Armor.
Roy and I throw it into the water. Unless someone stops me as I'm about to throw.
I won't stop you.
You're gonna have to get pretty
Expeditious.
close. Yeah.
Expeditious retreat lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm thinking between Expeditious Retreat and Misty Step, could Roy, like on his round, run up to the water, fill it up, and then bonus action Misty Step away before the Hydra gets a chance to react?
I think it would just depend if the Hydra has a ready attack.
I feel like if I step into its range, it just comes up, we roll initiative, and I might just be
Well,
dead before I can
question,
do
Neil,
anything
how
else.
fast did it come out of the water?
It didn't. I mean, it like rose itself out of the water, hissed at you, and then started biting at you. It took, there was a
Around.
moment of awe as this thing is coming up.
So maybe we put Vika on the other side?
The coin splashes in the water harmlessly. Please subtract 1 GP from your character sheet.
Okay. Do you think... I feel like the rope situation is kind of like a riskless...
Sure. We could lose one water
option.
skin. What's that?
Worst case, we lose 1 water skin now.
And some rope. I agree. Let's try it.
All right.
So
So
fashion a water skin with 50 feet of rope, and then whoever the best is at archery will throw it in.
I think we should let Roy do it because he has Misty Step.
Sure, I agree.
How much rope do you have?
50 feet.
I have 10 pounds worth, which I think is 50 feet.
Yep. So you need to be
Just where you are now?
a little bit closer, Roy.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
50 feet.
You need to be probably about here to reasonably. Because if you're
Get it
here,
in.
yeah, you don't.
Yeah, be here.
Yeah, because this might
Yeah,
just
you
hit
need to get it
the
in.
shore. And a little bit of rope goes around the thing, and a little bit stays in your hand. There we go.
I'm ready to attack. I'll stand
Alright.
here.
Alright,
Actually, I'll stand
Roy.
here and ready to attack.
Can I ready Misty Step?
I'm going to lay on hands myself for 10 HP.
That would probably take. Does that like take the spell slot? I'm not really sure how that works.
So, readying an action means you take it not on your turn. So, if you are going to be using your action to throw the thing in the water, you will roll a check to see if you make it in the water or not. And then the next round, you would use an action to begin to reel the rope in towards you. You could probably reel in 25 feet in 6 seconds. So it would take 2 rounds to roll to bring the water to you. And if the Hydra were to, its turn would come at some point, probably when your action is done, which would be tossing it in the water, I suppose.
Okay, but if I ready this, does that? And I don't end up using it.
You
does
use
it
your
end up my-
action to ready it, so you can't really ready Misty
Okay,
Step.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just not. doing that. Okay, cool.
I ready an action to run the fuck away.
Excellent.
After, come up here. If the Hydra comes, we have to be ready to strike.
Roy is shaking, crying.
Steer me here.
And he looks
Yes.
like he wants to just run away.
Come protect Roy.
I'll protect him from over here.
I can't do that. I can't
There's
do
no
this.
point all standing next to each other again.
I can't do this, guy. I can't fucking do this. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's gonna eat me.
I put my hand on you. I'm here to protect you, Roy.
It's okay. What if it bites me and pulls me in by the rope? What do?
You let go of the rope.
I let go of the rope. Right. Okay. All right. I want to throw the water skin.
Strength check. Athletics check, actually.
We'll just let fucking Cassian throw it then.
You toss it, and it lands a few feet in front of you.
Reel
I
it
sigh.
back in.
I grab the rope. And I toss it.
Athletics check, Cassian. Oh, the 10 is all you needed. Yeah, it's a great cast. It flies.
I hand the rope to Roy.
And
And I get ready to attack.
Lands in the water.
Pull it in, Roy.
All right. Just let go if it bites the thing. It's just like fishing, which I've never
Just
done.
like fishing. Except you don't want to catch the fish.
Excellent.
Okay.
You
pulls it in.
reel the water skin all the way back to you. Hydra didn't bite it. It seems to be fine. You reach down, you pick up the water skin, and it has just a bunch of sand in it because you reeled it in towards you, and
that's
it's just a long
kinda
line of
what I thought
sand in
would
between you and
happen.
it, and it's just a kind of contaminated water.
It's just
But there is some water.
Yeah,
There's some water, but it's like half filled with water and a quarter filled with sand.
Sure, but we're fucking.
So if we
Yeah,
strain
the other
it-
option is
What are you gonna
dying,
drink
so-
sand?
Hey, you strain it
You
through your
can
shirt.
strain it.
Surely we can like
This motherfucker's never
fashion
watched Bear
something
Grylls.
around the lid of so the lid of the water skin is hard, right? It's probably made of a hard material, and the rest of it is
You've got
like
cork,
leather.
and then a leatherish container.
Okay, so maybe we could like fashion something around the lid of the water skin, right, to keep it from going down into the sand and to kind of
Prop it
ride
up.
Yeah, as it's being reeled back. So I got a pouch, I got a shovel, axe, mess kit, tinderbox, I got torches.
No, most of those
That
were probably
was-
on the cart.
No, I specifically have them on my character.
Okay.
He had things checked
I can-
off on his sheet
Yeah, you
that
got a
were on the
backpack,
cart.
Yep. The only thing I didn't carry was my tent, my bedroll, and my blanket. Everything else I had on me.
I have a tent checked on me. Is that okay?
I just want to check Steermere. I'm looking at your character sheet right here. You
I've
got a bunch
deleted
of.
everything that I've deleted everything that I didn't have on the cart.
What
don't
about
have
this
any
knife?
things.
I don't know. The knife I gave to Plax last episode.
Got it. Okay. So everything else is what you're carrying on you.
Yep.
Got it. And
how do I delete?
There's a little
Bottom right,
lock
check.
icon that you unlock on your.
Everything that's
Oh,
on
yeah.
my
Yeah.
sheet is stuff that I have on my character. I deleted
Perfect.
everything that wasn't checked, so I do have a tent.
Excellent.
They're just in my backpack, I guess.
What does being
and
encumbered do?
I guess my set of leather
it
armor's gone.
reduces your movement speed by something.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna strain out the. There is
Yeah.
good water in there, and we're literally dehydrated. So
Hold on. Roy Waystar, I see in your character sheet your Archmage spellbook is unchecked. Was that on the cart?
I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Yes. I can't think of a
It's
world
gone.
where Roy did not put that on the card. Shit. Well,
Cassian does a big sigh.
All right, we fucking strain the water. Let's go.
All right, so you've got this water skin. It's got some sandy water in it. You say
Yeah.
you strain it. Explain it to me because
Yeah.
you don't have like a strainer and a glass. Like,
Okay.
He's poured through
Yeah,
a piece
I
of plastic.
Get in there,
take
get
my
him.
I take my shirt off.
mm-hmm,
I put the shirt over the hole of another water skin.
mm-hmm.
And I slowly pour the water through the shirt into the water skin.
Okay, you do the drain from one to the other. Cool.
Yeah.
You get, a few ounces of water, and then you just have wet sand because the sand will hold most of the water together in there in the first water skin. But you get,
know what?
a shot glass or two. Certainly not enough to survive on. But hey, maybe if you do this 100 times.
Yeah.
God.
it's called progress. Yeah, it's better than
Okay.
dying.
Maybe a couple hundred times. But you can
We
do
have-
it. I
we
believe
have-
in you.
Hey,
We have
let's
5
talk about
minutes.
this.
We have 5 minutes to come up with a way to get a water skin back without sand in it, or I'm just going to start marching towards town.
Let's talk about this.
That
I
sounds
think
like suicide.
What other option do we have?
Wait
The longer we
for
stand here pissing
Phoenix.
around with water.
Why did we send Phoenix if we think that he's not gonna come?
listen. There is a way that we can defeat this Hydra. We just need to think. I'm telling you, you guys have spells. This Hydra doesn't have that much. When I hit it, I could see it waver.
Spells aren't magic. Well, they are, but they can't. It doesn't mean that we can kill anything with it. Okay.
No, but you have the range, and you have fire spells that'll prevent its heads from regenerating. Let's say I cut off a head, and then you cast a fire spell, and we wait an hour. His head shouldn't regenerate, which
Is
would
that
get
right?
That is what Cassian is positing. My guess would be that they're out of character and in character is that there would be a limited number of time that it has
Well,
to
actually, it
regenerate
does
its head.
say at the end of its turn, it grows 2 heads for each of its heads that died since its last turn, unless it's taken fire damage. So that does imply that it has to regrow them the next turn, or it doesn't regrow them.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm trying to say. Is we can kill heads, fire damage, head won't grow back, and either take some space. We're actually in a better position not a better position, but we're better in healing. Like, look at our HPs. We're half. There's still some healing spells that we got. Neo got, sorry, the Hydra got incredibly lucky. I don't know if you saw the rolls. It does have +8 to hit, which is a lot, but it was getting like 18, fucking 20.
I get that, but it only needs like a 5 to hit me.
That's
what
correct.
What makes you think that this is safer than distracting the Hydra and filling up the bottles?
For one, Roy, we need your spellbook back, and it's probably somewhere in there.
Steermare, you don't have your leather armor anymore. Your AC is 11, buddy.
It's actually 9, I think. But
You got your shield.
Yeah, shield.
I can listen. I'm okay with the spells that I know. Okay. We can find another spell book for me, or I can, it's.
Okay.
I personally
talk
think
about
that walking back is the worst of the 3 options.
Do you
Wait,
Let's have
why?
a vote then. Oh, go ahead.
Because I think there is no way we all pass our con checks. Somebody
I
will
agree.
go down to 0, almost certainly.
So we
the-
stand
we
here
do.
and argue about a Hydra until we dehydrate and die.
Yeah, okay, I do get your point, but I do think someone dies if we walk back. If someone gets 0 speed, what do we do? Like,
You either leave them at that point, or you
yeah.
perish with them.
Chances are multiple people will be on 0 speed, and anyone who
Yeah.
isn't will probably be on like a quarter speed.
I have Tensor's floating disc, which can help us carry the person for an hour.
Wait, hang on. Can you use Tensor's floating disc to, like, bring the water skin back without it being in the sand? Like, could you use the disc to take the water skin to the water, drop it in, fill it up, and bring it back?
Let's drop the spell.
It's a good idea.
Let's see.
So 3 occupant space you see the range.
So here's the plan, right? It's 3 feet above the ground, always. So
I have to get 20 feet.
It follows
be
you.
within
You
sight.
don't move it.
Shit.
So you would have to like go like this to get the disc in position, and then come back here, throw the water skin over the disc, while being 30 feet away from the Hydra, then drag we're walking back to town. Listen.
Where?
All right, we've got to take a vote. There's 3 options. There's try and distract the Hydra and get some water. There's fight it, and there's walk back to town.
If we
Right,
walk
there's
back
4
to
of us.
town,
There's 3 options. There will be a majority here.
Phoenix is coming, right? We're in a flat desert. He can see us for miles and miles and miles.
Do we even know where to go?
No.
There's tracks in the sand of the way that we came, right? The wind isn't that bad today, is it? Wind check.
Is it?
please.
Wind
Yeah,
check.
roll me a wind check.
You roll me a 2d8. The higher, the windier. Not Steermare. Vasher.
You know, I'll roll low. That's why.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's
he
fine.
asked for the check.
I'm about to drop a fucking 2 right here, okay? Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Windy day.
it's picking up. It started kind of slow, but
Nick, how much damage can you shit out in a round with your stuff? 3d8, right?
24, and you get to save for half.
Theoretically, I can do.
That's a head.
If it's not a head, it's 25 damage for a head.
Sure, but it's already wounded, right?
I think it's in 1 turn if it takes 25 damage in a single turn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, in a single turn.
But that
Not a
is combined
single-
with other people's damages.
In a single turn.
Oh, single turn, not a single round, but a single
so-
turn.
So this is why I'm thinking that, in a way, we can fight it if we're smart.
we
Because
can.
don't forget, as soon as we start doing damage to it, it's weakening itself.
Yes.
It's not going to get as many attacks anymore.
But it's not
but
your 25 damage or your 20 plus his 20. It's
No, it
No,
is.
it is. It is.
No.
Yeah.
If whenever a Hydra takes 25 more damage in a single turn, not in a single round.
Yeah, true.
Oh, is a turn one singular person's thing?
Yeah.
A person is a turn.
So we can't even.
Oh.
Like,
Well, then
I could do.
This is impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, I thought a turn was
Hydra.
everybody's thing.
That's a round.
I can do 3d8 plus 1d6 in 1 turn, a maximum. Oh, well, that's if I don't crit. If I crit, it's like 48 plus 1d6.
Well, I mean, I can't do 25 damage in a turn, so
We should be able to do the math on what the chances are for someone to die if we walk back, right?
Yeah, but math's cringe.
True.
The math,
there's also
the math is that someone will be on 0. Definitely. I mean, what's your con, Roy?
Okay, let's vote. I vote distract.
Now there's only 2 options. We're going to get a stalemate. Because I also think distracting is the best option.
At this point, it can't really get any worse. We can try the distract first, but if it fails, we're walking.
Yeah, try the distract.
All right.
Okay, let's talk through the actual plan of how you're going to do things.
But I think we're going to take our second break.
But before we take a break, Pokemon Challenges has some words for you.
Listen. You are listening in the background right now, okay? You're zoned out. You're probably staring at like a third screen at the moment, okay? Let's refocus for a second, okay? Let's head on over to patreon.com/saveordie and check out all the great perks that you get there, all right? Also click subscribe on the channel because you probably think that you're subscribed, but you're actually not.
And hit the bell.
Hit the bell notification.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lazarus expedition. Our party is going to go fight a Hydra.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Wait, okay, Okay, so we do this.
For chat, Pokemon Challenges has now realized he has Unseen Servant, which is a great way for us to try and get water. So I think that is what we are going to try.
Roy was in the sun, okay? He wasn't thinking straight, all right? Yeah, so I think we just do this without any backup plan for now, right? Because worst case, I lose 1 spell slot.
Exactly. Let's just try this.
Okay, and I don't have Unseen Servant prepared, but it is a ritual spell, so I can just cast it, right?
Oh, fucking based.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Great, so we can just keep doing this.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So you don't even lose a spell slot. So let's do it.
Great. It takes you 10 minutes to cast Unseen Servant. It's got strength of 2, so it can carry up to 30 pounds, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll slow it down a little bit. What's its movement rate?
Good question.
On each of your turns, as a bonus action, you can command it to move 15 feet and interact with an object. Okay. Can perform simple tasks. Fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fire, serving food, pouring wine.
Collecting water from a Hydra-infested oasis.
Mm-hmm.
How many water skins do we give it?
I think 2. Does it have hands? I'm not sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
Let's just try with 1.
Mindless, shapeless force. I think it can probably do 1 task at a time. Like, it can pour wine, so it can, like, move 1 wine glass.
So it can move 1 water
skin, yeah. And you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 water skins here.
All right, let's do it.
Great. So you got to get yourself how close?
60 feet.
60
this is
feet.
fine.
This is fantastic. All right. You bring 1 water skin, and it bloop, 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 bloop. It submerges itself, and then bloop, 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 back to you. 1 water skin done.
All right.
We will repeat this for our water skins. How many do we have? 4? 10.
6. You should have 12. I'm sorry. There's 6 of you. Each of you have 2 water skins, so 11 more times.
All right.
Second water skin, not a problem. Third water skin, not a problem. 4th water skin. But it's on the 5th water skin that the Hydra begins to rise from the pool.
Just move back. Move back. Just walk away.
Yeah, we'll just walk away.
Well, before we move, I guess the Hydra is taking a rise as its action. Why don't we all roll initiative real quick?
Fuck off.
You know,
I had a ready to action to run the fuck away.
The Hydra's just taking its turn to move away, and so the rest of you will all get a turn before the Hydra gets a turn. Is what I'm saying.
I had a runaway action prepared.
Then why are we even that close?
I want to watch. I want to see what happens. The map isn't that big.
Go ahead. Everyone can run away. Blah. And what was the... It can move 15 feet and interact with an object. Great. And so the Hydra will step forward, and it will take a bite at disadvantage at the unseen servant, because it can't see it, but it's kind of like it sees the water skin is moving, and there's something coming here, and the Hydra might be a dumb creature, but it's sort of aware in a magical world that there might be things it can't see, and so it will bite at disadvantage, hitting the unseen servant and destroying the unseen servant, and in the process accidentally consuming the water skin. So you are down to 11 water skins. How many did I say were filled?
4. You said on the 5th.
4 on the 5th
Yeah.
one, it messed up.
Great.
Okay, so we're at 4 out of 11.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go again, guys?
It
do it.
fucked off?
No, it will, after it takes its bite, it will move 30 feet.
Shit.
Initiate battle music, boys. We're taking down a Hydra. He's out of his water.
I can't tell if you're memeing or not.
We are
No.
absolutely not fighting this thing, just to be clear.
Oh, okay.
How many feet did it move? You said 30?
I moved 30, yeah. Roy would be the very next person to go.
Yeah, Roy will fucking run.
Okay, cool. You run, the other party runs, it sounds like, and the Hydra on its turn will meander back to the pool and submerge itself.
Cool. Do we do it again?
I just want to state for the record, if I could have easily kited this thing. Slow as shit. Yeah, let's. It doesn't cost spell slots as a ritual, right?
Correct.
Well, let's get in range, 60 feet again, wherever that was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go again. We try again. Water skin number 6.
I cast Unseen Servant, 10 minutes,
It's
blah, blah, blah.
filled. That is 1 water skin per person. That's half your water supply is readied. Water skin 7 will suffer a similar fate, where the Hydra will come on out and chomp it down. All right. So right now, there are 3 unfilled. No. I'm sorry. You have 6 skins, right? No, you have 5 skins. You have 5 skins
5
filled, 2
of
destroyed. There are 6 of you. So if you can get 1 more skin filled, then everyone will have a half water supply, and we can lower the DC of the saves that you need to make.
Nick DC'd.
Oh no.
Unlucky.
Deeply unlucky.
We'll delete his character. He's out
Damien
of the
fell
universe.
asleep.
I mean, it was the one who was aware of the Hydra and then did it anyway.
Oh shit. Unseen Servant. I don't think it has concentration. So you could just have like 4 of them out there with water skins. You can't kill them all.
Is that true?
I think it doesn't have concentration on it. I think you can just spam it.
That's true. It takes 10 minutes to cast, so if you could get 5 up before they start to drop.
Okay. You guys want to do that?
Sure. I mean, there's no reason not to. Fuck it.
Okay. And they will. The thing is. Yeah. The thing is, Hydra does have 6 heads, right? So.
Yeah, true. One at a time makes
Wait
sense.
for it to fall asleep.
I don't think... If I had 6 heads, I would keep some of them awake all the time.
Good point.
Isn't that like the biggest advantage of like being a 2-headed ogre? Like one head sleeps, the other keeps watch?
We
No.
only need one more water skin to give ourselves a better chance. And technically, if we pass all the others, we can get ourselves up to what we need, right? As in, we can get ourselves 2 water supplies per person at pretty much no cost.
It's literally just costing us spell slots, yeah. It's like, yeah.
Well, it's not even casting us spell slots, right? Because I'm ritualing it.
Oh, you're
Then just,
ritualing it?
do this forever.
Yeah. Well, we do this until we're out of water skins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're sending over another unseen servant with
Just by itself?
water skin.
We'll wait like 30 minutes.
Let it settle down, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then
we
one unseen
send
servant with 1 water skin?
with water skin number 6. Yes.
Okay. That one will get chomped at, this time from below the water. Rather than rising all the way out as the skin dips beneath the waves, a head goes... I guess I should make an attack roll because it might roll a 1 here. So that would have been for the second one that it got destroyed. This would be the third one it got destroyed. Yes. All it needs is a 10, and it is hitting.
Okay. It kind of seems like it's catching up to what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You have used...
I think we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We need one more skin, right?
Yep.
How do we get one more skin?
Send Vika to the other. How big is my range with Vika? I think it's I think it's 30 feet.
Guys, we don't want to lose all of our extra water skins. I can go without the water. I don't need the help. I'm okay.
You say that.
Roy, I am. It's fine.
All right.
Let me be the one without water.
I think we should delay this decision until Sturmer is here.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Vika has 100 feet range. So I could send Vika to the other end of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time... can I command Vika and the unseen servant at the same time?
Yeah, I think you give the unseen servant a command, and you can give Vika a command. Okay. Vika moves 30 feet at a time, so even if you have to do it on separate rounds, you could give Vika a command that takes 3 rounds to go, and then the unseen servant another command in the meantime. And you're a pretty smart wizard. I'm sure you could time these distances out with a successful Arcana check, DC 10. It should be easy, and you have probably inspiration you could use if you wanted to be doubly sure to succeed on this check.
I do not have inspiration.
Well,
I'm not a very inspiring player. Do you guys agree with this plan?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, you can get the timing perfect.
Okay, so let's do a little bit of geometry, right? So 60 feet for the servant would be here, or just at this edge of the edge of the pool. I think that means I can get Vika to the exact other side. Yeah, easily.
And what route will Vika take to get there? And what will Vika's action be once they are there?
Vika will go around the left side along these trees.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vika will splash into the water and dance and look really tasty.
Okay.
I'm gonna splash you in the water and dance.
The most romantic thing you've ever said to me.
Nice.
Probably actually the most
You
romantic
guys like my
thing I've ever
cashier, by the way?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
I like
I
the
stole
color.
it from Peach. Yeah.
It's one of
Very
those
cute.
days when you're out of laundry. You gotta start.
Just gotta start taking from her. Hey, she's got enough clothing.
True. Okay.
All right.
So there's a Vika splashing on the north end of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Looking really tasty.
And sure enough, your big ass Hydra will pop itself out of the water, and it will take a bite at Vika. Where is it? Right here.
Missing.
It is actually a miss at Vika. Thank God, it has 6 heads. Vika is consumed.
As this happens, the unseen servant is filling her water skin,
Is
correct?
dipping the water skin. Now, how far can the unseen servant move around?
I think 20 feet. Is that right?
15 feet. So we're gonna see if the Hydra notices that there's this other thing going on.
There's no way.
No way.
The servant itself is like complete. It makes does
No
nothing.
sounds.
It's just the water splashing, which there's plenty of water splashing around the Hydra as it's throwing 2 of its heads to bite this fucking bug.
Let's see. Does it have a stat block? No. Mindless, shapeless mass. It doesn't fly. So it needs to make some sort of stealth check. Probably using your intelligence as its modifier. So
With advantage to be invisible.
yeah, it's invisible. Actually, I think invisible would give the disadvantage to the enemy's perception check, and since we're going against the passive perception, it would just decrease its passive perception by 5, which is to your advantage. So you're gonna need a better than an 11 on a what's your int right here, Roy?
Wait.
They're 16, so you get plus
16.
3. Yeah, it's a slow-moving creature, so we'll say it's proficient in stealth. So give me a d20 plus 5 and roll a 12 or higher.
D20 plus 5.
No. The gurgling of the water or something, or maybe the Hydra's got enough heads that, one head seems to spot this water skin moving back across the area, and it will take a snap with a head, just one of its heads, consuming another water skin.
We are down to 9 water skins, I believe, 4 of which are filled. Is that right?
It's okay, Roy.
You've filled 5, you've destroyed 4, there remains 3 left.
Let's just head back. I can go without the water.
Can you?
Yes. I will be fine.
Why not at least try with the remaining water skins?
Isn't Vika dead?
Well, we can. I don't know. Maybe the fucking.
It's
The
gonna
Hydra
get it
can
every
always-
time. We need to go back sooner than
Hydra can
later.
always roll 6 ones.
Let's just go. Keep the water skins. We can go sooner than later.
We can try 2 servants, but that one is like range wise. I think it's not going to work out. The geometry just doesn't work out. Like I have to get really close to the water for that.
What if
Cassian
you
will
did
put his hand on
both
Roy.
sides?
Roy, I'm telling you, I'll be fine.
Hold on. If I want 60 on each.
I'm just gonna get the bad con save out of the way. 1 sec.
Oh! Well,
It's okay.
that's not even the greatest con save.
Yeah, it's not the good one.
Okay. If I want to do it with 2 servants at each end of the pool, I probably have to get 30 feet within the pool.
What can you do from 35? Yeah, if you're 35 feet from the pool, you can do it, I think.
Yeah. I have to pass another Arcana check to get this timing right?
For the 2, yes, absolutely.
2 servants. Can you guys think of a reason not to try it?
Nope.
May as well.
Do it.
Well, we're pretty dead, I guess.
All right, I will cast.
Arcana, check it away.
Yes.
Excellent. And we'll see 15 and 14. It will notice both of them, and it will bite at one, bite at the other. They're gone. I think you've got 1 water skin that's unfilled remaining.
All right.
Roy, I'm fine. Let's just go.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to fucking do, huh?
All right. Into the desert we go, heading back.
Wait. Where? How do we know where to go? Where are we going? There's no tracks. We rolled for wind.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, if we just stand here, we'll die.
That's untrue.
I feel
Phoenix
like
is gonna come back.
Even if we'd gotten all water skins filled, we would have been fucked because we wouldn't have known where to go.
Phoenix is gonna come back, and you guys have some water. I can withstand the night. Let's just let's go a little bit away and wait for Phoenix. He knows the way. This water will get you guys through the night.
All right.
Okay.
I have a tent, so I'll pull up the tent and I'll get it ready.
All right. Are there any other tents in the party? That matters a lot.
Nope.
Okay. Because hiding in the tent will get some sun off you. Might give you a slight bonus to your DC. Everyone that gets 1 water skin will have the effective required DCs cut in half. So
are we doing the traveling in desert check, or what check are we doing?
you're trying to live in a desert without any water. Although I guess if you're not walking anywhere, I mean, still just being in the direct sunlight is going to heat you up. It's not going to be as bad if you're not moving, but it's not going to be like at this point you're just still baking in the sun, right? And it's dry. So we're still going to just make con checks. Am I understanding that you're going to sit here and hope he comes back, and if he doesn't, you're just going to sit here and die? Or are you going to try and travel and hope that you make it at least in some direction?
We know roughly the direction of town, right? It's towards the river. We know the direction where the river is.
You know it's north.
To the north.
Mhm.
We know where the sun is. As long as we walk roughly
sure.
in the
We can
direction
walk.
of the
Let's
north,
walk.
we will get to the river.
Yeah,
All right.
We might get caught by bandits or whatever, but
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It'll be a day of travel. And as the night falls and we run out of water, we've got to make our decision here. If we sleep, if you do not sleep, if you force march, you will take 2 levels of exhaustion walking through the night, and then when the morning comes, you will make your con saves. What is your second level of exhaustion? How does that affect you?
Let me tell you.
Half speed.
Yeah, speed halved.
Okay, cool. Or you can sleep at night and take no exhaustion levels and then wake in the morning and make your DCs for traveling without water. So what would you like to do? Do you want to travel through the night, or do you want to sleep at night?
I feel like how long did it take us to walk south, right? Like hours wise.
You walked for it was about a day, and you slept. So maybe you spent like 10, 11, 12 hours walking.
And how many hours have we now walked north?
You've probably done. It took you like up until mid-afternoon to get to the oasis, so you probably got to do maybe 5, 6 hours now.
Wait. So if it took us, did we leave in the evening, then sleep, and then do another few hours?
You left in the afternoon and walked for the afternoon, slept, and then walked through the morning and got here. Oh, and then we spent maybe an hour or so here in the oasis doing the stuff. Actually, about 2 hours in the oasis doing the stuff. So you probably got 3 or 4 hours of walking tonight, this afternoon before nightfall.
And so, yeah, I reckon time-wise we could probably make it back. We could probably make it to the river in a night, I think, right? Provided we know we're going north, which is where the river is.
At nighttime, it's a lot harder to find your direction. During the daytime, as long as the sun is roughly behind you, you're sort of heading northward. At nighttime, I guess if you got a good religion check, you could maybe follow some stars. If it's a clear night, you might be able to follow some stars.
Is that always a clear night in the desert?
Roll me
if it's a clear night.
a 2d8 for the clarity of the night. High is good, low is bad.
But it's a desert, isn't it always?
Not always a clear night in the desert.
This should be a 2d8
Can I roll it?
advantage. Yeah, go for it.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Welcome
he's
back.
back.
Hey, he's back.
High is good, low is bad, unfortunately. As we said.
The like power bank thing that I plug my Ethernet power adapter thing into died. Yeah.
Oh man.
I've got to catch a train in 7 hours. So you guys all right? If I just sort of like.
Well, I might
guys
need
fuck
you
off?
to make some important con saves in just a moment. Can you stick around for 10?
Yeah.
Can you hop back into Zoom?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Nick.
Right. So there's no low-lying clouds, but there are some high clouds, those really, really high ones. Traveling through the night, when the night begins to fall, there are some unfortunate overhead clouds here, and you're not going to be able to travel by the stars. Finding north, a little bit difficult at nighttime. Might take a longer route or a meandering route. Getting lost is difficult. So what's the call gonna be as we arrive here? Nick, you got 5 water skins with water through Unseen Servant.
What happened after the
Hydra's ate the rest.
Was it just like on top of it after that?
Yeah, kind of caught on.
Yeah, okay.
So it's nighttime. We've walked to the edge of our thing. We can either pursue through the night, hoping we have the right direction and hoping we can find our path and kind of throw in some dice and take 2 exhaustion levels and then make our con saves with bonuses since we are, or with lower DCs since we do have some water for some of us. Or we can rest during the night, make our con saves, and then walk during the day where the direction is going to be much more clear.
It seems like pushing through the night is just better, no? Because if you rest, you're still getting the con saves, yeah? Because of the water?
What do we think Phoenix is doing right now?
She's coming back. I say we push through the night to meet Phoenix on the way.
I agree.
All right.
Okay.
Someone in the
saves?
party, the very best person in the party, make me a perception check. Who are you going to appoint to lead you is what we're going to say.
I have 0. What does Dara have? Plaques.
Let's see.
I've got 3. I think someone in the
Plax
party has 5.
0.
I know
Dara
you're
has 0.
Potato?
Perception.
Yeah.
That's a fat 1, my dude.
And Pichal.
I have 1.
Okay, 3 it is.
Wait, okay, hang on. So just so I understand, if we rest, we only have to make the roll. But if we push through the night, we lose 2 exhaustion and have to make the roll?
Wait, are we pushing through the night when we don't know the direction? Sorry, I zoned out.
That's the question. So you get to the point where it's
never.
nighttime. You can push through the night and make a perception check to try and get yourself going in the best possible path. Or you can rest through the night and then walk during the day.
Oh, yeah, under no
would we?
circumstances am I walking in the night without knowing the direction I'm going.
I thought we already knew the direction because we were heading north.
You were, but when it gets dark and you're traveling through, sort of up and down and around through things, it's surprisingly easy to get lost.
Okay.
Yeah,
with the overcast clouds.
that is like a recipe for death. That is there's literally a save.
Then we'll wait.
if we fail that perception check.
Okay. So we sleep through the night. Everyone's going to make me Constitution saving throws. I'm going to tell you what you need to roll before you roll it. If you make a 15 or higher, you take 0 levels of exhaustion. A 12 or higher, you take 1 exhaustion. 10 or higher, 2 exhaustion. 7 or higher, 3. 5 or higher, 4. 2 or higher, 5.
All right. Ready?
Yeah. Steermere, do it. That should just be a 10. So you will take 2 exhaustion levels. Cassian takes 0 exhaustion levels. He wasn't kidding. He knew his thing.
Cassian had no water, and he's good.
Roy will take 1 exhaustion level, and Vasher will also take 0. Excellent.
What about the 2 friends? Oh, yeah. Come on.
Plax will take 0. And Dara will take 0. Okay, but Steermere took 2 exhaustion levels, and that will bring you to half speed through the next day.
I think that
All right. Pokemon.
Can they help me so that we maybe move at 3/4 speed or something like that?
No. Not Pokemon, but
yeah, you can tensors him.
But that's only for 1 hour, right?
Is it a ritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's probably quicker then, isn't it?
Really? What's the weight limit on tensors?
500 pounds, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
can
think it's
totally
500.
carry Greenzerg. Yeah, you can just sit on
So
the disc.
instead, we'd be going at 5/6 speed because he has to take 10 minutes every hour.
I think Cassian's gonna
That's
comment
true.
on this. Woody, you're quite the fucking. Your guy's quite the dick.
Oh my god, you're gonna leave me here?
No, not leave you, but like comment on like I don't know, like how you're. All... Cassian makes a comment, something of the fact that like you're always an asshole, and now Roy's having to pick up your slack, and like pretty much save your ass. Cassian makes he's hot, he's tired, he's thirsty. He makes a mean comment, but pretty blunt, and it's pretty true. And you're like, yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah, I mean, we all save each other's ass in combat, though, don't we? So I don't say anything now. I'll take it.
Okay. Steermere, you've got the highest perception check. Please make me a perception check. Trying to get us northward. It'll be easier because you're not gonna get crazy lost. I just want to see if you go directly towards town, or if you hit towards the river, or if you go slightly off.
I think if that guy left us for dead, I'm gonna kill him.
Steermere,
Sorry, what do you want me to do?
I want you to make me a perception check to see if you make it to town, or to the river, or to a different town, like you're heading.
I missed that, Neil. Sorry, but I don't want to
Perception check, please.
Yes.
All right. You do make it to water today. You see the river in the distance, and you can hurry in that direction. You won't make it to the town you were headed to directly, but you will make it in towards the river near what is clearly a different town, because you're seeing a town appear in your west when you left a town in the east. And reverse trajectorying everything, you were trying to head northeast, and somehow through the heat and not knowing where you were, the exhaustion and everything, you've ended up going west instead of northeast, after like probably lots of little small misdirections and turns. And here you are at a new village and water.
Can we still see the plateau that the griffins came from? Or
Oh,
are we too far
absolutely.
away?
Yeah, when you get a little bit closer and closer and closer, it begins to appear on the horizon and get a little bit taller and taller. Yeah.
So we know, can we like roughly triangulate? Have we gone downriver or upriver?
Since the town is on your left, you are probably upriver of where you started, unless you really overshot far, far to the west and then turned back. Actually, that's a really great question. Give me a perception check to see if you can notice any features that might have moved relative to your positioning.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
that's a really good question. You certainly are upriver from where you left.
So is that upriver is west, right?
Yes, you are more west than you expected.
So if we want to go back to that town, we have to go east. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I tell the
Okay,
party
we need to go back.
we should go east. We got to get the horse.
Yeah, we got to get the horse. And if that guy didn't come, he's getting murdered.
Wow.
Stealing a horse.
All right, so we
Betraying
head
our
back to the
trust.
town, but we can get water and stuff now, so we're fine,
You can
right?
get
Yep.
water at the river. It'll be fine. You can drink your fill, and you can walk
Weren't
on
there
back.
bandits around here?
There were. Yeah. Yeah. There's an encounter check to be made,
Oh my god.
but it's a high roll, so you're good. There are no monsters on the road, although you will pass a group of travelers who are playing music and beating drums and blowing flutes and marching to the beat in a jaunty fest headed opposite your direction. They're headed west as you're headed east. They don't stop to say hello other than to give you a friendly wave on their journey, and the band continues. You'll notice it is led by someone who seems to be, rather important, or at least self-important. I'm going to show you their token right here. And we're going to bring it
show
over
us that?
here. Yeah, I'm going to show you this token right here. It is this roguish looking figure who's got not like full armor, but like some armor on one shoulder and across one arm, but the rest of them is just kind of regular clothing, and carrying a long dagger at her side.
Are they wearing the colors of the Griffin people?
No, not at all.
Okay. I will call out and say, keep an eye out for Drakthar Plainsbane. He's wanted for murdering children. We're on the lookout.
The woman will stop and, hold up the caravan and say, "A child murderer? On the road? Why would they murder children? Who would do such a thing?"
The demon.
I explain, yeah. I go on to explain exactly what happened, where we went to the cultist area. He's a cult leader, and he was using this temple to basically turn the children into demons.
My, that sounds awful. And who are the four of you? Six of you? Great heroes? Great adventurers? I have something to sell you if you're on your way for an adventure.
Ooh, what do you want to sell us?
I have healing potions. Her little band continues to
I've never
play.
seen a fucking a seller of anything like this in any Koibu campaign, but we are way in the past, so.
How much per potion?
30 gold a potion, she says,
Those
and
must
she
be your
will
finest potions.
lift open a little pouch at her side and pull them out. Absolutely. They don't come cheap, by the way. Well, the reason they don't come cheap is because they come from far away.
How far from where?
That's a place you wouldn't have heard of, young man.
I've heard of a lot of places.
Oh god,
Mm.
no. I'll pull out one of my coin purses. I'll put 30 gold in it, and I'll hand it over. I'll take the potion.
Yeah, it's a glass bottle made of like thick, heavy glass with a bluish fluid inside.
The only way we can know we're not getting scammed here is if I drink one.
I can cast Identify on it.
Yep.
I ask her if she can wait up, and we can check.
Would be 10 minutes as a ritual.
Well, we have to go. We have many places to be. If you don't trust me to sell you these things, then I'm not going to.
Oh no,
please
we
don't
trust you,
insult
don't
me.
worry.
We might want to buy more.
Yeah.
Well, buy your fill. My name
I drink-
is
I
Saffron
drink it.
Shadow Walker.
It's
She
clearly
watches
bullshit.
you drinking the potion. You
Okay.
paid her 30 gold, right?
I could have just identified it.
Yeah, I drink it.
Yeah, excellent.
Spell slot.
Do I feel any healthier?
I have it
Absolutely
ready.
not. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fucking behead her.
As you drink the
I draw
potion,
my weapon.
and as you drink the potion, and she kind of looks at you, baffled. She will. Where is it? Right here.
Yes, sir. She's gonna attack me.
She. We should roll initiative. Actually, is what happens because she's aware
Oh
that
my
this is a
fucking
fake
God.
potion.
Yeah, I drink the potion. She's like stunned. I'm stunned. Nothing happened. She kind of goes for her sword. I go for mine.
And we all roll
I go for
initiative.
mine late.
Yeah, if you want to.
I don't know where my character is. I'll be honest with you.
There you go, Nick.
I think everyone is sort of standing around along the edge of the river, and she's got like a little band of followers that are playing music. Did everybody roll? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Never mind.
Because super dead. Steermere is the first one to act. I don't know if you were reacting to anything because Cassian just drank a potion, and then I don't know what you're reacting to.
Hang on. I can sense the. I can see what's happening here. It's kind of obvious that she was lying, and she reaches for her sword.
She did not say she reaches for her sword. She stares baffled at him as he consumes the potion.
Well, I cast Calm Emotions on my party and her party.
You attempt to suppress strong emotions of a group of people. Each humanoid in 20-foot sphere must make a charisma save. The creature can choose to fail if it wishes. And that will look
I want to pass.
I want to pass.
Oof.
Master Thief, eh?
Shut up. That's not our class.
Listen, no hard feelings. Everyone's got to make a living. How about you just give us our gold back and we go our separate ways?
Well, it's Roy's turn before she can act. Roy, what are you going to do?
She can talk, though.
Yeah, I guess like my emotions are already calmed, right?
Yeah, you're calm as fuck.
Yeah, you're calm.
Yeah, you're chill, dude.
Let's yeah, I will also just talk and say, let's settle down. Okay, let's just give us our gold back. It's gonna be fine. All right, it's no worries. Wait, actually, I'm sorry. Cassian hasn't even told us that nothing happened, right?
I mean, I yelled out thievery if I'm allowed to get my.
Yeah,
thing
I think
out,
you
so.
drink it and you don't feel anything happen. And you shout thievery. Yeah, that's all fair.
Oh yeah. Just give us our gold back. It's fine. Don't worry. It's just.
Vasher?
I draw my weapon and I say, Valmontarius does not suffer swindlers. And I ready a charge.
Yes.
An attack, like you
your
move
turn.
up to her and
if
ready
she
an
does-
action? Because a
Wait,
charge
can
is not
I-
an attack.
Oh, can I not? So can I ready like a move and attack?
You can ready a move or an attack. So you could move up to her and then ready an attack roll.
Mm-hmm. If she moves, I'll attack her.
Perfect. Her turn will come along and she will cast invisibility.
Do I see her starting to move her hands?
I think he
so
should get
that
an attack.
I would
Close?
attack.
Yeah,
I would attack there, 100%.
absolutely.
Like
You do
I'm
see her
bo-
going to cast a
like,
spell. Make me roll to hit.
roll to hit with
Smite her
also-
ass, bro.
Why are we killing her?
That's too
Let's
low.
chill out.
An 11 is indeed a miss. She will turn invisible, at which point the music will stop. And the people will like stop beating their drums and the flutes will come down. And then there will be a little bit of laughter and the pitter patter of feet. And the musicians will start looking around kind of confused. And Cassian can take a turn.
Can I follow the pitter patter of feet? I look in the sand.
Oh yeah,
I
give me
wanna
a
find-
good perception check, buddy. Because we're right by the river.
19.
It's sort
There
of,
you go.
Oh yeah, you can totally see that the feet are she has gone like right towards that grassy part of the river. I should have brought us to the proper map, but it is. You know,
Do I think you
like
get
on
hit?
this map where you've seen there's grass nearby and then there's sand that gets wet back on the other side. I'm going to bring us back where our characters are. And so you can see that she has headed into the grass. And actually, with a 19, you can make an attack at disadvantage in the square that she is in because you can't see her. But
I'm gonna
you
use
think
fighting
you can
spirit to cancel out the disadvantage. So I'm gonna get a regular attack.
go for it.
It's gonna fucking miss, man. I didn't get a nice short rest, did I? We had water?
No.
I have no disadvantage though. Okay. Here you go. Here's a normal attack. I really want to hit this, please.
That's a hit.
24.
Oh my god.
For 11.
And she will have to make a concentration saving throw, which is a fail, and her invisibility will indeed break. And she takes 11 damage, and Steermir's turn comes. She was here. She's moved 30 feet over here, and then you followed here, essentially.
I don't want to be a part. Is there a maybe way we can just do the pick up from this point next time?
Sure.
Because I feel like this is going to be longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I thought that she would just invisibility and walk away. But apparently not. So we'll pick up with Saffron Shadowwalker and the heist next time we come back from our week-long break.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
What is next session regular session?
Yes.
Yes.
When is the okay? Cool.
It's the first
May?
week of May that we're not doing.
Okay. Yes.
Oh no, we're doing the guest session the first week of May.
Second week of May guest. We're off on the first week because I think you're on vacation.
so there's
Right,
a session
right.
next week.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
Okay.
See you on the
everything.
19th, everybody.
Bye.
3:30 p.m.
Guys.
EST.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the
Wait,
bell. Check out
there's
Patreon. Bye bye.
There is no after show tonight because I'm kind of sick and Nick has to go on a train like 6 hours from now. We're going to make it up next time, and Potato's sick too. So this is kind of a lucky session to have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry for the short session. No after show. We will have one next week. Goodbye.
Drink your water.